Welcome back to Humbro Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D, and with me today...
Good enough. It's me, Porter.
Yes, it is. Welcome back to the stream, Porter. Good to have you back. It's always a pleasure having you here. I really love it. You know, honestly, I got like 2 comments on my YouTube thing I was feeding through. I love Porter's intros. Was not my name, was one of the commenters, and somebody else had posted up there, and I got to show it to you when I'm going through. Sometimes I try to get to all your comments when I see it, but sometimes it takes me a while, and I didn't realize that the championship series was slightly delayed, so I do apologize about that. I had all the videos done, all the thumbnails done, and I posted it up, and I didn't realize for 2 days that on the upload, something happened with YouTube, and nothing was being uploaded. So if you saw one today, uploaded at 4 o'clock today, you saw phase 2. That should have been out like 5-6 days ago, but I had to post it out there and kind of spread it out there. So the championships, the regional that occurred almost a week and a half ago now, that is going live right now on YouTube. If you guys want to check out those games, we had some great cuts and bits of it. Then you'll get in a couple videos with me and Porter, then into the last one that I was just doing.
Me and you, I didn't record with the regionals.
No, you didn't, but we did afterwards. And I cut those up and then put those after it. So you get the regionals all the way to the finals, then you're going to be in it, and then it's going to be me, and then it's going to be... it'll be the content from today, essentially, that we're going to be having all ready for you guys and all this amazing videos for our current season box. We are only, what, 3 weeks away? 4 weeks away? Just about a month away. A month and a couple days away from the next series release. We're going to be going over some of those new cards today. Really looking forward to it.
Oh, excellent. Great.
No worries. We've had 1 hit right now from it. It was an SEC, Monkey D. Luffy, from this box, meaning there's 2, potentially 3, potentially, and also potentially just 1 extra hit. Because
I mean, if it's 1 extra hit, it's going to be a really crazy
hit. Really crazy one. Yeah, it's well, good to see you.
Because they've changed the distribution where the big hits are now in the boxes with less hits.
Mm-hmm. I really actually do. I like that because
I think that's good. Yeah.
The big hits really pay for the boxes in themselves. Even it sometimes at scalper prices don't buy from scalpers, but if you had to pay the scalper price, at least that value hit is well over the value of the MSRP for the box. Would you like, right?
Usually.
Yeah. There are some that are a little bit weaker. I'd say like what, Smoker and Tashigi was only going for what, 140, 150 in the SB. Yeah. Did you get my message about my deck list? I don't think I did. Let's see. It's a blocker share you. I will fix that on the break there. Thank you very much. I will make sure I fix that up there. Thank you, Greg. Or it's small. I'll make sure that I get that taken care of for you. So we're going to have that. Thank you. Yep, I will make sure that is little subtle changes put out there, and I'll have to remember to go back into Patreon and change that as well for them. But thank you, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that I got all the deck lists today. Every single one of you came out and you gave me all of your deck lists, so I'm actually talking to your deck lists. And 90% of you, and now 100%, because I did check it, have confirmed with me that the deck lists look good. We're good to go today. And all the deck lists that you want to find are going to be down in the link down below in the Patreon. You can find it for absolutely for free. You can join as a free member. You can help and donate to the channel if you'd like to. Always appreciate it. Don't have to. The content and a lot of the stuff out there is for your own information, for your help and in your development as you start developing these games and skills within the One Piece TCG or other card games that we have, like Gundam, that we have some of the deck lists up there, and Union Arena when we post those things on XDev. And sometimes in Magic the Gathering, and some of the other Riftbound stuff, of course, is going to be posted there as well. So if you're into any of those games, perfect place to get some deck lists in the locals here, see what we've been playing with and see what's been winning and doing well. You'll even be able to tell who did well. I don't have the pie graphs. I'm not Eggman level yet, but we're gonna get there. I'm gonna have this guy building up in a complete web design master site.
Don't.
You should
Don't. I don't want to code.
Okay. Kind of figured that was gonna happen. By the way, one of the things you should only take about maybe 50% of what I say to be real. I like to have fun here. But we do have a fun day today. We've got some awesome card reveals, and we got a kickoff of our Season 7 that I'm super looking forward to showing you guys. We're going to go over some of the new spice that Chris has come up with, the owner of Lifelink Games, and what he has decided we're going to do for this new Season 7 and the kickoff of this season. We're going to have some excellent weeks where every single day you get points for attending, you get points per win. End of the season, the highest ranking points are going to get extra prizes. We're going to go over those extra prizes in just a moment. I'm super excited. I can't believe we made it already to season 7. Being so new into this, I think we've been doing all of this for just a little over a year now, right?
Oh, it's been longer than a year.
Well, it's definitely longer than a year, but have we got to 2? I don't think we got to 2 yet. Have we got there?
We're close to 2.
Oh, we're getting close. All right, I'll take that.
Because it was like
It was a summertime.
summer of 24.
Yep. So we're getting close to 2-year
So it was
anniversary.
it was like June. So
And already 7 seasons in with just 2 years of this stuff. 7. It's pretty impressive. And we didn't even start these things until, like, well into having developed this channel and having getting into these championship series. These are some of the really best content we have out here. I love that it brings out the competitive. It also brings out the people that are the casuals to make sure that they're having fun, have something extra to play for, and just an all-around good time to getting the community to build up and have another reason to want to come out and play their favorite card game. One of our favorites. Would you agree?
sometimes I disagree.
Good. Go ahead.
I don't know what the designers are thinking anymore, and we'll get into that with card design.
Right.
The game is going in places that are frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely be covering some of those cards. I'm sure you guys got some of the spoilers already if you've been paying attention to social media. A lot of craziness. And what's happening here, I saw it, and my eyes were coming out my head. I didn't realize Luffy's cartoon mechanics could work outside in reality, but apparently they can. Thankfully, they're back in place, so took a minute. But yeah, after seeing that card, there is a good reaction, and we have that already stapled in the lore that is One Piece for how you should be looking at this card. But first, let's talk about Season 7 and all the mechanics and stuff that we have going for it. Here's our graphics starting as of yesterday. Season 7 Championship Series at Lifelink Games has officially begun. We had a total of close to 30 participants yesterday, all coming out to get their points and earns and trying out all their new decks, practicing for the new regional season. You've got a regional coming up here again soon, right? Over at Virginia Beach, right?
Yep, with the booster box, who we're not going to get into their controversies with the regional proper because it's unfounded, but for other reasons, I have beef with the booster box.
I think for good reason, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We did have a situation. I think we can share this out here because half of the locals. Do you want to tell the story?
Yeah. So basically, me and a couple other people went up to all got into the Red Bull Double Dawn tournament. And that was also hosted by the booster box. We got stuck in traffic, and we realized, we might be a little bit late. And so we decided to call ahead of time, be like, hey, we're going to be late. Are we still going to be able to participate? They put like a judge online or something, like on the call or something, and basically we were told, you can still show up and play, but you're going to get a round 1 game loss, which, I mean, is like, we still wanted to go because, well, for one, this did have a top cut to top 8, meaning that if we went X1, we would have still
been able to qualify for prizes. Yeah.
And 2, we wanted the promos.
Yeah.
And 3, we drove like 4 hours. We wanted to play the game.
And mind you, they did leave ample time even for traffic. It's just some of those things. And when they were telling them how long they were going to be late, it was anywhere between like 5-10 minutes. We're not talking like substantial, wait, hold me for an hour kind of situation.
Yeah, no. So we kept driving, and it was like 45 minutes later, they sent out a message on TCG Plus saying that you had to be there by by whatever time, like 10 minutes before firing, or you would be dropped. Which contradicts what we were told.
Yeah.
This would have been nice to know like the day prior or the morning of, because we still could have probably planned around that left a bit of time, because we did stop and get like lunch before we went, and we probably would not have done that had we known we needed to be there
even additionally more
earlier
than
we even
planned.
thought we needed to be.
Yeah.
And we probably would have made it had we skipped out on lunch and known about that. Or 2, they could have told us that when we called, so we could have turned around and saved a solid like 2 hours of a drive.
I mean, that was just the 2 hours from that point to that point back, let alone getting all the way there. And then when you got there, had the tournament started?
No.
Yeah.
They hadn't even started yet, so.
While they had your confirmation that you were on the way, they could have taken your names down.
Yeah, they could have taken like TCG Plus ideas in our names and been like, yeah, these people are going to show up.
Yeah. It's not that difficult. I mean, how many person tournament was this? About 108?
It was like 64.
64 even? Good God, that's even easier.
Or 32 maybe.
Oh, even easier. Good grief.
I mean, there was a long wait list,
but still, 32 people just seems like a very manageable situation where you could easily take down that information and you're willing to call ahead at a substantial amount of time before the tournament even it occurred. And most of the time, especially when the stuff that we do here, Lifelink Games, that's as good enough for us. We get those calls, we get them, we see it, we tell them they have to show up at this point. We might have to give them a game loss if they show up late. So we'll still mark their name down and make sure that they get the credit to be there, so long as they've given us some kind of notification that we know where they're at and that they intended to show up and arrive. Because we want to give those seats to as many people as possible, and you've done your due diligence by calling in ahead of time. And all through that, yeah. And I got, of course, my little bias where I'm not as PO'd by this because I really didn't get robbed of much, luckily. I was not having a good tournament, but I was also banned from the same tournament organizers who decided to have alcohol at an event and not put any signs that there was a line in which the alcohol could not cross. So in the venue, for that story you guys might have heard, you could leave the venue and have alcohol or not bring it in, and there was no sign that said don't bring it in, but there was alcohol literally outside the door.
Although I am gonna say one thing.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, it feels, I don't know how realistic it is to think that in something like a card tournament you can have an open beer. That is something where, like, in the actual, like, tournament area, I'm not sure is something a lot of people would really consider. Because I mean, it's an area where kids can be.
Sure.
And also there are rules against being quote unquote like visibly intoxicated.
Sure.
And if they see an open beer, that might lead them to that.
I'm sure they were trying to test it and they didn't have any inclination. I tried to resolve the issue by saying I can remove the beer from the premise on an issue, because I was told by the staff, the hotel staff that they were hosting it in, that it was okay to have it on the premise. And I said, I can just remove it to resolve the problem. I said, no, you can't do that. And I said, can I down it and just get it out of the way so there's no risk or anything else like that? I said, no, you can't do that as well. I said, okay, tell me what you want me to do, and we'll work it out. And I stayed calm with them, which is what you should do in the same situation if you're out there and you're ever in a situation where your potential for your career or your ability to play these card games is on the line. Always be respectful, always be understanding, allow them to go. They were hyperventilating while trying to tell me that they're going to potentially ban me, and then said no, they're just going to kick me out of the event and venue. And I said, okay, just tell me what you need me to do, tell me what I got to sign, figure out what I got to do. Wasn't aware. I can understand where your logic is coming from. I'm not denying that. But I do know that I have also been to venues differently than this, where you could have open. There are card games within a 60-mile radius of here where you can have open beer and play at the same time, and during the regionals.
This was also a bigger tournament.
Absolutely.
And it's just something that I'm not sure is the smartest thing, but also the judges were doing their job.
Sure. Yeah, and don't hold it against them if they're going to have to enforce the rules. Guys, don't go after the people trying to enforce the rules. Go after the people that are making the rules. So that was where it came into my biggest gripe, was mostly that there was no information from the hotel staff or communication between the two to make sure it was clearly understood that by having the alcohol outside the venue, literally steps away, that there needed to be a divide of you can't bring it past this.
I mean, a sign would be nice, though.
Yeah.
I will admit that.
Yeah, and that's all I was asking for. Something where I can be honest. I want to be honest. I asked beforehand. I asked the wrong person, but someone who I thought was a position of authority and someone who might know the answer to this. It was the wrong person, clearly, because it was got in trouble for it. But at the same time, I'm trying to do my due diligence to do what's right. These things are all different. Venues are different. People are different. Locations are different. I've been to many countries. You got to play with the norms, guys. You got to play in the rules, the sandbox of which you're playing in. This one just felt a little odd to me. So, and from that, no hard feelings overall to the judging staff, but definitely I feel like a failing in the organizers to have that kind of access and then not have some kind of an indicator that beyond this premise, not allowed. And of course, something else to remind people in the beginning, no visible intoxication. I wasn't there to get slaughtered. I had to drive home. I just wanted a wheat beer so I could hold over because the lunch break was so short. Regardless, I digress. You guys heard the story. It's pretty funny. We're going to get into the Season 7 makeup and rules. So as we go along, Season 7, we're excited to kick off Season 7 starting tonight, or yesterday, at 6:30 p.m. Here's everything you need to know. Season details, duration, 8 total weeks. That means we're going to have 16 live videos dedicated to the point system here. Some of them might get wrapped up into pre-releases, obviously, and some of them might get wrapped up into other type of events to make sure that we have the points being allocated to the appropriate players. The format will be standard. That means block 1, no, you cannot use that for these events that get the points. Anything in the standard format is legal. Anything for block 1, sadly, is not. You want to play that format, please come in on Thursdays. It's going to be a good time. We're playing all cards are legal within the reason of the ban list. Yeah, right. The Quasar thing's still a ban across the board.
I mean, yeah.
And then
it's Quasar Borsa, the UP Luffy pair bands of Linlin and Katakuri.
Yeah.
And then I think it's Nami and Orp Law. Those are
the Nami leader and Nights are league nights, so it would be Tuesdays and Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. You want to continue reading?
Only those nights count towards the league. Outside events don't impact standing.
If the pre-release happens on a Saturday, players will receive participation points only and no win points, which will make it a little bit easier because sometimes these things go an extensive amount of time to get undefeated, given that we do have the time. Some of the promos are hot chase items, and we do have a lot of out-of-towners that come into this one, so we don't want to have that kind of corrupting the seasonal details.
Right. You can just read this, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
Final league night is going to be on June 23rd. Event structure, 3 rounds per event. Best of 1 and 30-minute rounds. Time is going to be enforced here in our locals. Something I do want to bring attention to and make sure all of you guys are paying attention. We will be enforcing the 30-minute rule. Before, we were playing pretty casual. We'd wait till everyone got finished. But going forward for this event, to make sure that we get the rounds in and amplified to make sure that everyone has opportunity to get their games in, we will be enforcing time for the season. Scoring system, you get 3 points for participation each week. That means if you show up on the Tuesday, you get 3 points. If you show up Tuesday and Saturday, you get 3 points. You show up Saturday, you get 3 points. And you didn't show up Tuesday. I hope that makes sense. 3 points per each week.
Or each event.
Each event. Oh, he's putting each event now. Oh, yeah. Wow. All right, well, good luck. I'm glad he's taking care of these point structures. It used to be just once a week.
I think that was better, honestly.
Yeah, it made the opportunity for you to come Tuesday or...
It was like this, where it's each event last championship, and it did just let people who showed up a bunch snowball and get way more than they would otherwise have. So
I guess this is going to be really putting a lot of emphasis on you showing up. But then, of course, you get 3 points per round win. So every single round you win out of the 3 rounds, or maybe 4, depending on how things fall out, you can earn a total of 9 to 12 points on your wins. Entry fee is $5.
We have a question by Little Pound Cake. What happens if you show up on Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday?
The Attaboy program. You remember the Attaboy program? We have an Attaboy program for those.
You get to play games if other people are there.
Yeah.
And isn't that the best reward you can ask for?
Right. And I believe there is a rule that there needs to be a Chris behind the counter at all times, so Chris will give you that Attaboy. Which Chris it may be is entirely up to you and who shows up there. But I believe there is a rule to the Lifelink game system that Chris needs to be behind the counter at all times. I don't know if it's written down, but it certainly feels like it. Entry and prizing, $5 entry per event. No seasonal entry fee this season. Prizing is given out at the end of each event, so you will be getting packs for your participation, and winners will, of course, getting more towards the end, so those undefeated players have something to incentivize to keep playing. Another comment?
Yeah. I mean, it is nice. It is really nice, Little Pound Cake.
What's nice?
His
Attaboys?
He was just saying that's pretty fire in response to that.
Oh, yeah. Dropping early and or intentional concessions will result in no prizing. This is a new rule we've put out there to try to prevent a lot of rage quitting or people trying to disrupt the rounds and making it difficult for us to get the pairings. I do understand that sometimes you're not having the best nights, but this is to encourage you to just play it out, calm down, realize it's a game, and move on to the next round. If for any reason there is an emergency, though, there are different ways that we can move around and say, okay, we understand you're having a family emergency. We're not going to punish you for that.
Right.
So this is just something that we've been trying to enforce across all platforms and all games in here to prevent people from rage quitting and disrupting the tournament structure and causing unintentional buys where we could have fixed that and made sure that someone had a person to pair up against, which is sincerely unfair to the other people. So please be respectful of those other gamers around you. I understand that you might not be having the greatest night, but there's a lot of great players that can make it turn around. So just stick at it, guys. Seasonal reward milestone rewards are back. Each bonus reward 24, 48, 96, and 144. What does this mean? At each one of those point intervals, this is what's going to be handed to you at the end of the season. So if you scored 144 points, you get all 4 prizes. If you scored 96, 3 prizes. 48, 2. And 24, 1. Under 24, dun, 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 dun. No. Sorry, you don't get anything. This is literally 7 nights, guys. Show up 7 nights without a single win. You can do it. I have faith in you. Especially since we're doing this for 8 weeks, there's 16 opportunities for you to show up. You have to show up less than 50% of the time to just get the smallest amount of 24 points. Each milestone, 1 bonus promo pack and 1 booster pack awarded at the season end. Top leader prizing championship prizing. The first prize will be a custom Season 7 champion playmat, a 1-of-1, ordered and made and designed specifically for that one winner of Season 7. A single booster box to be determined on which one it is and what the chase might be. This could be PRB out there if they announce it.
We're not going to get a PRB.
You don't think in 8 weeks? Nah.
No, they would have announced a PRB if we were.
That's true. That's true. $75 store credit. That's pretty good. It'll help you get some extra cards and singles for your next season. And featured on social media in-store TV. So we will be creating a baseball card of you and celebrating your awesome victory with a picture of your big win. And, of course, a poster, just like we do for all of our intros. You guys are watching those intros here at the studio. That's what we're talking about. Getting that publicly out there. Beef Patty, good to see you. Exclamation point join. Runner-up receives custom Season 7 playmat, which won't say champion, but it will have the Season 7 playmat. 12 booster packs and $50 store credit. Tiebreaker rules. If there is a tie for first place at season end, the best of 3 championship match will determine our winner. If we have a tie on camera, we will be hosting a finals matchup. I'm actually hoping this actually happens. Little Pumpkin says, if I'm witness protection, can I use a proxy for the media? I'll have to talk to our lawyers. I'll have our lawyers talk to your lawyers. You're a parole officer. Talk to our lawyers who talk to your lawyers. We can make something happen, Little Pound Cake. Well, or should I call you Big Pound Cake TCG? Since you're in witness protection. Did you get it? Yeah. Did you get it?
I got it, yeah.
You sure? I can explain it to you.
No, I understand.
I feel like if I explain it to you, it'll make it more fun.
That's usually not how jokes go.
That's not what my book said. Explaining the joke makes the joke funny.
And you trusted that from a book that was explaining the jokes.
Yeah. The book was How Not to Be Funny.
And you're listening to it to be How to Be Funny?
Oh, I guess I missed the not. Yeah, good point.
This is a level of media literacy we're working with, folks.
Right? I play card games. I read cards.
He reads cards, not books.
Yeah, right. Little Pocky says, yeah, I'll just say Porter is me all the time. Porter, with the photo house. All your points are going to Big Pound Cake now. All right, finally, the Grand Line Final event, June 27th, end of season celebration events featuring special prizing, awards ceremony, food and snacks, and a fun event celebration for Season 7. We're looking forward to any other amazing season with everyone. Thanks for being a part of this community, and let's make Season 7 the best one yet. Couldn't agree more, Chris. Couldn't agree more. Thoughts on this? Beside what you already said.
I mean, I think this is solid. I am so glad. One thing that I am so glad is we are not competing for a manga anymore. That was stressful. That was incredibly stressful. I'm glad I won it.
Yeah. But you know that we've kind of been priced out of it. To throw a manga at this point, we'd have to start charging 10 a night.
Yeah.
And then we would have to have like maximum participation. I think we did the numbers at 50 people per night just to try to make our money back on it.
Yeah, that would be rough. But I prefer the lower stakes anyhow.
Right. You put those mangas because they're going for over $1,000 in most of these things, guys. It is insane how much you have to collect. And especially since we don't get to pull them at the store, we don't even get to open much product if we do product at all for most stores. And One Piece is one of the things we absolutely do not open, maybe one box, maybe if we're lucky, to open up some product to the store. There's such limited dry spots. We want to make sure that many of you get the product is best. So we're probably going to be buying said thing, which means we're buying it like our 70% in cash, and now we have to recoup that. Then knowing that once that person wins, a lot of the times in other card games they'll just sell it back to us. So we've made nothing. I'm glad you did,
but only because it was law. I would have sold it if it wasn't law. I'm going to be completely honest.
Right, because you sold your Monkey Luffy one you pulled, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it happens so often because people are looking for the prize money on this stuff. Don't blame them. We'll try to find a buyer for that to try to make the money back. But you have to understand the amount of money that goes into it, and we're already operating at a bit of a loss, honestly, if you think about it. Most packs cost around $5. By attending, you get a pack. Literally just attending, you're guaranteed a pack so long as you finish the night. So that's already paying for it. There's no other money made. We're at the bare bones of making absolutely nothing per this event, and it's really just a kind of season for all of you out there.
Right. I mean, it gets people in the store though, and people don't usually buy other things.
Absolutely, and that's what we hope to make some money on it. But there's no requirement for it, and that's how we make ourselves a living as a company, obviously. But we're not gouging you. We're not charging you $10 because we'll be losing even more of that because we give away 2 to 3 packs for the winners.
Right.
Yeah, so that's even more of a cost at us for each one of these things. And I'm not saying this for you guys to feel sorry for us. I want you to know that we are here for you as a community. We're always looking out for you to make sure it's affordable, and we're trying to do our best to make sure that you get the product in your hands as best as possible. So that's why we actually take away a lot of boxes from our distribution to make sure there's always prizes throughout the season to make sure you guys are amply taken care of. And do apologize that does mean that you can't buy more boxes from us, but it does guarantee that the longer you attend, you can still get access to that product.
Right.
I think it's a good thing. I was talking to Chris about it, and I definitely said that this was the way we should do it, because a lot of stores can't even give away price support, especially the ones that are selling at a large 3 times markup. They can't charge enough to give away price support to make up for that ridiculous markup. So let's talk about some new card reveals.
I think we covered those.
Did we cover Kinemon? I think we did.
Yeah.
This one's new. We got a good bar here. All right, going into our new reveals for the new OP16 coming in June 12th. Let's get into the new card reveals, starting with Vasco Shop.
All right, this is a yellow rare, 1 cost, 2k power, 1k counter, impel down Blackbeard Pirates. On KO, draw a card, then rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less. And the trigger is activate this on KO. This is a very strong card for Teach. Immediately, it's another one of the weenies that just immediately recoups the discard for the on KO and gets you more advantage with the resting a 6 or less, which is a pretty decent range because that gets around to it. That rests in an L, which
will be important going into the next few format.
Trigger activate the on KO means you also get a doubted trigger. Yeah, little pancake. We'll get to it.
We will 100% get to that card. I promise you. So this one I do like, and because it does that extra thing you were just even talking about it. These 2K.
Sorry, I have to.
You're good. You need to leave? I can cover these cards while you go.
Yeah, I might need to.
Do your thing. Do your thing. You can go outside if you need some quiet.
Hello?
And then there was just me. All right, so one of the things I've been talking about here recently, what's been going on in these card games, with the Enel and Purple Enel being in the format, these 2K bodies are going to be more and more important for your deck. It's always been a thing with the searchers. Some people play with the events, some people play with the 1 cost, and most people play both if you have the opportunity. But it's going to be way even more important that you have these 1 cost 2K bodies in order to be able to attack some of the smaller bodies that happen to come out from Purple Enel, which is a very prominent deck, something you're going to see a lot in these tournaments. It is overrepresented in most of the locals out here already. So it's one of the things that you have to be out there, and this is perfect because now you can attack into those bodies and get rewarded when they end up having to swing into it to prevent them you from loading up Dawn and KO in this. Oh, Secret Agent is indeed correct. Is it time for the mission and operation?
No.
No? Okay. Dang.
Sorry, I'm trying.
You're good. On to the next card here. We have Buggy. Is this the one he's talking about here?
Probably.
Blue character, 16, 5 cost, 6,000 power, impel down. Buggy Pirates. On play if your leader has the impel down type. Draw 1 card and play up to 1 prisoner of impel down card from your hand, which is an actual card. This is an actual card that they have created for this deck. That
it's
has.
just gonna have to be like this.
You can have as many of those as in your deck, correct?
Yeah, it's just you can run as many as you want.
Yep. Sermon, welcome back. Good to see you. Thanks for the exclamation point join. Once per turn, is the wheel locked?
I don't know. Okay.
So, once per turn, this effect can be activated when your opponent attacks up to 1 of your prisoner of impel down cards gains blocker during this turn. Nice art. I like that. It's nice that they did this one. This is like pre-impel down, but this is the impel down.
I know
Buggy.
this is post impel down.
Oh, it is post, yeah, because
You can see on this hat, it's the crossed out marine for it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that's a very strong card for Buggy.
Boa Hancock.
All right, we've got a new SR Boa for the Luffy deck. 7 cost, 9k power, no counter, impel down, warlords, and Kuja pirates type. Blanket unblockable. Cannot be blocked.
Always.
And
Not
then
just for turn.
on play, up to 1 of your opponent's characters other than Monkey D. Luffy cannot be rested till the end of your opponent's next end phase. So this card is incredible, obviously. In Luffy, this is effectively a net 5 cost because you're going to be restanding 2 Dawn. I thought this was leader locked. I read somewhere that this was leader locked, but I'm not seeing it on here.
Maybe an errata that we haven't seen yet.
Maybe I'm just wrong. But this card is quite strong.
We have not seen this yet. We've seen enabled for the turn.
Have
Unblockable, permanent on the card.
in another card that was revealed earlier, the other 8 cost Yamato.
Sorry. Not in our current format. I don't know. Seems kind of mid. I guess.
Because it's not blue. You can't play it in Buggy.
You're right. Hey, I know who's gonna like this one. Pork cost D Ace, 5 cost, 6,000 power. Whitebeard Pirates, kind of plus 1,000. All character cards in your hand are 8,000 power, or that are 8,000 become 2k counter. Excuse me. I'm really playing this 8,000 power thing. On play, on KO. Look at the top 5 cards of your top of your deck. Reveal it to 1 Monkey D. Luffy or 1 card with Whitebeard Pirates in its card types and add it to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. 5 cost Searcher, 6k body. That's fine. Turning your 8Ks into 2, because most of those 8Ks are usually no counter cards.
Or 1Ks. I mean, has to be exactly 8k. Has to.
A lot of themes on that with that though. The leader it has to be 8k.
But it's also in a bad deck.
Yeah. I think Little Pound Cake about Boa from the other.
Because it's not Buggy. Yeah.
That's fair. And then we have the Monkey D. Luffy.
All right. Red, 4 cost, 6k. Impel down in Straw Hat Crew. If your leader's type includes Ace and you have 6 or more Dawn cards on your field, give this card in your hand -2 cost.
Okay.
And on opponent's attack, trash 1 character with 8,000 power from your hand. Your leader in this character's base power becomes 7k during this turn.
Okay.
This will be decent in ST30. You're not going to get the on opponent's attack effect because you're not going to be running anything to trash off of it. But shut up. But this basically in that deck being a 2 cost 6k power character that on your opponent's turn is a 9k power character for ST30 is quite strong.
Agreed. I'd like to see something a little bit stronger. I feel like Red is really kind of fallen off the wagon of any kind of love from the OPTCG card design teams as of recently. But it'll be interesting to play with. You guys know I always play the Red decks. So we'll see how this one goes through. And it does not, right now, at moment, does not feel like it's very strong. Same way I felt about Krieg. And Krieg was okay. It was fine. Lucy was a surprise hit for me. Was Lucy a surprise hit for you?
No, it always seemed quite strong just because it drew so many cards and it had a lot of strong things.
That's fair. And finally, the drama. If you guys can't tell from all the emotes, all the way down here. I just trying to give you a scope. Like this, the numbers here, quite insane. All the way through here, and all these emotes about what this card is. This is what we call in the biz a game changer. 8 cost, 10,000 power. 7 Warlords of the Sea, Blackbeard Pirates. Marshall D. Teach. On play, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Add one of those 3 cards to the top of your life cards, meaning the next life you take will be that card. Then place the rest of them bottom of your deck in any order. Heal 1 from among 3 of your choosing. Never in yellow outside of like rearrange your health or rearrange your life.
You used to like actually have to work to do this.
Right.
Effectively.
This is on play. Instantly put a card of your choice in the top 3 of your deck into that life.
Also not leader locked.
Yeah. And a trigger that negates the effect of up to one of your opponent's characters during this turn, meaning turning off its unkillable capability or anything like that, or turning off something else. Then KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost 5 or less. Note, these don't have to be the same character. Yep. You can turn off something, turn off blocker, turn off something, maybe even rush if they hit it at the wrong point here. You can turn off the rush of a character, and it means they can't attack this turn, so it's essentially phase in attack. And you can KO a 5k or less, which could be their blocker or something else that they were going to use for defense the next turn. This
or
trigger
swing that they haven't swung with yet.
Absolutely, yeah. If it's a 5k or less, or 5 cost or less, yeah. Absolutely, this is Beige on. Can we say crack on here? I think we
Probably.
can. Like, I think people know about the drug. It's not good for you. Don't do drugs, kid. But, whoo, boy. Tell me about your feelings on this one.
I mean, this is just almost an auto-include in every yellow deck. I know Teach obviously is going to play this. Boa is going to play this. It's also Warlords, meaning Sengoku searches this.
Right.
For that deck. Nami is going to play this, because of course it is. Just being able to perfectly stack your triggers. Thank God Borsa Quasar is banned.
Yeah, right.
Also,
can you imagine?
I might even think about this in GY Law, because if I hit a 5 cost off of this, I can then play it from top of deck.
Right.
Like, this is just an incredible card, and that trigger is also phenomenal. And it's got vanilla stats, too.
Yeah. 8 cost, 10,000 power. Usually when you get to 10, you get to 12, or 13 if you get the one Roger, but where's the downside on this card?
It's a brick, I guess, but Teach doesn't care about that.
Right?
For Teach, if you're that desperate, you pitch it for leader effect.
Isn't there already a Teach card that can get any card back from the yard?
Any black card. Which
Oh, it's black. This is yellow. Okay. Thank God. Whew. So how many of you guys switching over to playing Marshall D. Teach in the next season?
Not me.
Not me, but that's because it's not red.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to afford 4 of these things. This is going to be like a $50 to $80 card.
Yeah, this is the new Borsalino out there.
Yeah, it's a brick in a deck that can pitch bricks for free.
Yeah. And 8 costs have almost always been a brick. I feel like that it's not a fair comparison in my personal opinion. It's not a fair comparison of a downside of an effect. Some of them I feel like there was balancing when you had this kind of an overpowered type of effect. The trigger here would be mediocre compared to the on play, or vice versa, right?
Right.
This one feels like the on play is insanely strong, and the trigger is also insanely strong. They're really pushing it. They're really pushing it. But I guess that is what happens when you get into the power creep. I mean, this is
just more power creep than you would really expect.
Right.
Especially in already what is arguably the best color in the game.
Yeah. It already has some of the best support, some of the best life gain. It already has some of the hardest characters.
Did not need this.
Yeah. Yellow, in my opinion, has just always had these characters that just you don't ever want to kill. And it's annoying that it's the only color out there that has this, oh, if you kill me, I'm going to deal a point of damage to you. If you kill me, I'm going to heal. If you kill me, I'm going to heal. It's like, another one out there that feels like they're just, little too much, but I guess this is going to be the new deck that's being pushed. I hope we get some more Yamato reveals. I'd like to see that deck do pretty well and see it climb up there. I'd like to build it, but I probably won't be playing it because I have dedicated myself to red. So here comes Portcostier and 8K bodies.
Why would you even bother? You don't have to do this to yourself.
That's true. I could just play Lucy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Lucy's going to be in my deck for a while. I love Kobe. Don't get me wrong. I know you guys have seen me in a Kobe play, but right now, yellow is just too strong. Yellow craps on the Kobe strategy. Kobe's like, play a character. I dare you. I'll run into it. And yellow's like, here's a Basil Hawkins. You want to hit me? Hey, here's a Nami. Want to hit me? Hey, here's a Nico Robin. Want to hit me? Hey, here's a Kikanojo. Want to hit me? Please stop.
This is just...
Please stop.
Yeah, this teaches just one more for the yellow slop pile.
Right. Everything in the deck is the Peronas and then the hogbacks. Oh, if you kill me, I bring out a Perona. Yay! Oh, if you hit my Perona, I freeze something. Yay! Like, why does everything yellow have to be like, oh, if you kill me, my nice little 5K body, I punish you deeply. Thank you for making going board the most non-optimal way to play the game. That's just the way, the direction we're going. I'm looking forward to seeing where things go. I'm hoping this will still be kind of diverse, but this by far seems to be the champion on paper, leading the way of the strongest decks in this set. On paper. Obviously, I'll stand corrected if I get corrected. Any more thoughts?
Not really.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys are excited because we're into Season 7. We've got 3 rounds of content coming your way. Back to back. First starting off with Greg at the table against Variable on Tennessee. We're going to see Purple Don Quixote del Flamingo and Greg's attempt to get practice on the future that is Marshall G. Teach.
Honestly, I think the 2 Teach decks are going to play very differently.
Fair, but I think he's playing it because he has said he's focused
of
on
course.
it. And I will be helping him build this deck too. Greg, if you're out there, I will be helping you. I'm going to get that deck link fixed from Greg, make sure everything's looking good, get the board set up here. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into round 1, Greg versus Variable, and our amazing Season 7 kickoff. Stay tuned. We got a lot of great content coming your way. We'll be right back.
Let's take a journey somewhere for you and I. Let's get out this place. A one-way ticket to the stars. Follow our hearts, go without a trace. 'Cause we got something rare nobody else could get. Just say the word and I will meet you there. I'll take you anywhere, hold your hand if you're scared. 'Cause baby, you know we're the perfect pair. And I won't give up, 'cause I need you here. I just want your love, I wanna keep you near. So take my hand and I'll guide the way. Just trust your heart, let it take you away, take you away. Take you away. We're gonna make it, I swear. Oh, never break it. I'll never break this love we share. No, and I won't give up, 'cause I need you here. I just want your love. I wanna keep you near. So take my hand and I'll guide the way. Just trust your heart. Let it take you away. Take you away. Take you away.
Welcome back to Humble Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me,
I'm here.
Porter is indeed here, and he's excited because we are here for Season 7 kickoff. We have some amazing decks. 3 rounds of content tonight. 2 packs to give away because we're here with One Piece and the new set. 1 hit SEC has been pulled from here. Potential massive winnings here. A lot of the box still left here. We're giving away these 2 packs at the end of the stream. All we need to do on YouTube and on Twitch, hit that exclamation point join. We're going to hit you and we add you to the wheel. But right now we have an awesome matchup. Doflamingo Purple. Brand new, kind of newish. Going up against Teach, an older deck. And appropriately so, because Teach may be running the format in his yellow variant here very soon.
And also, funnily enough, Teach's yellow variant is going to play very similarly to how Doflamingo plays.
Really? All right.
They both basically have the exact same leader effect.
Okay, yeah. Let's get into it. Let's check it out.
All right, so we have Dofi here, which is on opponent's attack, Don -1. Select your leader or up to one of your Don Quixote Pirates type characters. Change the attack target to the selected card.
Oh, great.
So it's literally just Teach.
Yeah.
The designers have run out of ideas, and so they're just printing the same leader in a different color.
Right. It's Oh Come My Way for Don -1. And all the cards that say, when you KO me, bad things happen.
Yep.
So tell me about this deck. What's this deck trying to do?
I mean, it's trying to get its on KOs going. You have your searchers like your Sugar, and then first on KO thing here, Dellinger. If they just play this and pass, do not attack if this is the only thing on their board, because they'll just redirect it into this and get a search. Wait till they at least develop another body and make them have to actually think and choose. If it was so Hachi, because it's a good 2K, one of your first like main things that you're going to be redirecting into is the Sugar. On play, Rampant Dawn is active, and on KO, if your opponent has 6 or more Dawn on their board, play up to 1 Don Quixote pirate type character with a cost of 5 or less from your hand, so it basically just replaces itself. A lot of them have ramp on plays, so it's basically Don and card neutral for the most part.
Right.
We have this baby 5 with a power with, again, on play ramp a Don and on KO Don -1, heal 1.
Oh, cool. Healing purple again. That's great.
We have
Love
this
seeing
baby
that.
5, which is not very common, but it's Don or Don -1 on play. K up to 2 of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 3 or less. I see why it's in here for the Enel matchup. I think it's a little misguided with how Enel is currently being built.
Right.
They're focusing more on mid-range characters. I think against a more aggressive build of Enel, if that was still the more popular build, I would definitely see the justification for this card. But I think as it is, this is not worth running.
Even at 2 of?
There are better slots.
Sure. Good.
You have this, which treble, which is here because it's a 2K mainly, but it has the effect of on opponent's turn when a Don is returned from your Don. You know, if you don't use a Don minus effect, it ramps when it is rested, which is whatever.
Yeah. It's a body you can put out with sugar if that's all you
Yeah.
have to.
You have Pico, which I don't usually see in this deck because it's just not great. It ramps an active Don at the end of the turn, which is whatever. It's a bit slow. For Monet, if your leader is Don Quixote Pirate, ramp an active Don on play. Then on KO, draw 2, trash 1, and then ramp 2 Don as rested. So basically ramps and draws on KO, like net ramp 1. You have Virgo, which once per turn, if your Don Quixote Pirates type character would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect, you may return Don to your Don deck instead. And then on attack, Don -1, give one of your opponent's characters -2k power this turn. You have one of this Sanji to just
Rest a
deal with-
blocker.
rest a
punching.
blocker, punch face. Because occasionally you need to close out games. Katakuri, another card you don't usually see in this deck, because it just doesn't do a lot for you.
There's not a lot of...
You don't need to re-ramp a lot. You don't need blockers in this deck. A lot of the time, usually the only...
The leader effect is really a blocker in itself, right?
Yeah, the leader effect is basically your block. The only blocker I ever see in the deck is the 3-cost Violet, which is a blocker that's on KO. It gets like a purple event back from your trash, which is also good because this is the A cost you mainly want to be playing, is this Doflamingo. On play, Don -1, play a Don Quixote Pirate character with 5 or less from your hand, which is a lot of your deck. You're really trying to go this into Virgo a lot of the time.
Makes sense.
And then on opponent's attack, you tap one of your Don to ramp 1 as active. So basically just getting you a free Don back, which matters a lot when you have something like this Doflamingo, this 10-drop, which is on play Don -3 if your leader has Don Quixote Pirates, KO a character with a cost of 8 or less.
Nice.
Which is not the effect you're going to be using most of the time. Instead, you're going to be using the effect of up to 3 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7 or less cannot be rested till the end of your opponent's next end phase. Don -3 is a bit steep, but that's why you have this, so that you can potentially chain them back to back. Again,
well, let's talk about the not be rested. So, this means it can't attack or block.
can't swing, can't block, can't be rested for effects.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane.
We have Divine Departure for a 0k event that also lets you get rid of some bigger bodies. You have Slow Beam, which should be 4 of in this deck. It's counter Don -1 up to one of your leader or characters gains +2k power this turn, then rest one of your opponent's characters.
Anyone.
Blanket,
Just blank.
which is why they run the Violet a lot of the time, is to pair with Slow Beam so that you can get it back and recur it. This is one of the most important pieces of the deck to really help slow the game between leader effect, being able to rest their things with Slow Beam. It's a lot of the time why you see a lot of the cards that used to be running Sugar, like the Rosinante that trashes an event to draw 2. It usually sees play in the deck also because it restands Don at the end of the turn when you have stuff. You also usually don't see God Thread because, well, this.
Yeah.
It's just not very Don efficient, and there's not a lot you want to do with it. The only things you really want to be KOing in this format are some of the lower end bodies of Enel, but this is just not a good way of dealing with those bodies.
Fair.
It's not efficient enough.
Okay.
So this is not an ideal build, I would say.
It is a build.
It's teched to Enel, but I don't think it's properly teched to Enel.
What do you think about the isn't Senior Pink in this deck usually?
No.
No, because they don't play enough in events.
It's just too costly and too slow. They would rather play the blocker that gets the events on KO.
That makes sense. All right. And this one's going to be going up against Greg's Black Marshall D. Teach. The man is back all by himself. We got the guy that is the first to negate effects on play. All of his effects are negated, but if you're willing to discard one card from your hand, where'd it go? Did it
Denied
it?
I
Auto
would say,
detected. It auto detected.
I would say allow to post, deny. There's
Oh, there it
button
is.
for
Thank you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you, auto detection. Great job. So, not only does this negate all of his
Also,
on
you need
plays,
to get your phone for the
Oh.
YouTube chat.
I'll get that in just 1 second. Finish this, and once we go to the list, I'll grab it and come right back. Thank you. Activate main. You may trash one card from your hand. Your opponent's on-play effects are negated until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So, something that really did devastate quite a bit in the meta that this was dropped into. They have an on-plays that was kind of the meta. On-play was the thing that most people wanted. You were playing more characters. We had lesser of a card pool. Sometimes we were even playing vanillas just to fit in slots for certain things, for like 2Ks or certain bodies for certain abilities and things we want to trigger. So this one was pretty huge. So you want to stop those on plays. A lot of decks were on play another character, on play, do this, and stop those go wide decks. The draw card on play. So many of the decks that this thing fought against really played heavy on that. And when this deck came out, it really started to pressure the board to stop relying on cards that were just on play and realizing you're going to have to play a different game. It also really taxed the opponent that had to play this deck because the best players of this deck were ones that understood the matchups more than the next person next to him. This is definitely a knowledge check type of deck. Does require high level skill because you are losing a card every turn. You need to know which turns are the ones you can sacrifice. You need to know what pieces you can sacrifice from your hand that you may not need later. And they did get some great improvements, some good PRB stuff that got released, and some new Kuzans that really helped make this deck a little more consistent. But it kind of fell out. The power creep got a little bit too high. The 5,000 power, not near as impactful. And of course, once you kind of punish a format for playing on plays, what do people do?
Stop playing the on plays.
Yeah, stop playing the on plays. So then this deck became a little bit less relevant for the meta and slowly just kind of like carved its way out of it. It's still a decent deck and still does reward those players that know these matchups. But I know why Greg's playing it. Let's be real. He's getting us to get the practice in for the next teach. Where you has said he probably should be playing the Doflamingo deck.
I know. I just think that Greg is a teach one trick, and this is the deck he's been playing for the longest, and it's what he feels comfortable with. It's a fine deck. This format it has good matchups.
Yeah.
So I think this is also a pretty solid matchup for it because a lot of Dofi relies on plays.
On plays,
so.
yeah, for the ramping. So this could be something he can really benefit by stopping all
Also,
that
being
ramp.
able to turn off 10 cost is big.
Right. We have, of course, the blocker that requires you to trash 2, but in this deck, does nothing except blocker for 1. Pretty nice. We have stronger. You may trash 1 card from your hand and trash this character if your leader's Blackbeard type cards. Draw a card, then give it to one of your opponent's characters.
99% of the time, this is a 2K.
Yeah, that's fair. We have Lafayette that helps us get some searching on. Gotta love that. Then we have Doc Q here. Activate main, you arrest this character. If your leader's Blackbeard types, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 1 or less. Of course, doing what Black used to do all the time. Reduction, 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 and KO things. And of course, on KO, it gets a draw card. We have Jesus Burgess, the powerhouse of this thing. Notably, this thing's been up and down between like 4 and 2 for certain decks just because we have the recursion with the Kuzans now. This card is absolutely insane. It counts how many cards in your graveyard. For every 4 cards, it gets plus 1,000 static to its ability. So you have this thing sitting around in the early game. Eventually, once it gets up to 7 to 8 power, you're starting to feel a little bit more confident in swinging with it. Eventually, in the later games, this thing can get as strong as Teach himself at 12k power if you're not careful enough. But this thing is just a hard-to-remove target and a lot of easy recursion that you can get in this deck. We got the Shiryu blocker. We got the Van Augur. Activate main, you may rest this character if your leader's Blackbeard type parrots. Give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 3 cost this turn. Draw a card so that black.
The draw card is on KO.
Yeah, on KO. Yep. That allows you to basically get some cycle and use out of a 6k body to nicely replace itself, but also to do that cost reduction that this deck wants to do to start removing threats. Here's one of the Kuzans. This character cannot be removed from the field by your opponent's card effects.
The first one of this awful line of text that they've decided to start putting on cards.
Yeah. Activate main, you may trash this character, draw 1 card, then give it to one of your, play up to one of your Blackbeard type characters with a cost 5 or less, other than Kuzan from your trash. That's the recursion I'm talking about, guys. You got this, you can just bring the Burgess right back. If you need some of these other pieces to make the deck work, it's fine, but let's be real. Let's bring it back, Burgess. Then we have Katarina Devon, the one that has all the abilities, double attack, banish, and blocker. I like this. or blocker. I like this a lot for certain decks, especially since Banish is becoming more and more relevant as yellow gets stronger and stronger and stronger. That's going to be something you're going to probably want to lean into to see if you have some kind of Banish enabling capability. Bring it back, because yellow is just going to get real annoying, especially when they can pick the effects now that they want to trigger. 6 costs blocker Kuzan on KO up to one of your Blackbeard type characters with a cost of 5 or less from your trash and rested. So replace itself, bringing back the Burgess. Why not? We have the 10 cost. This one, once you start getting back to back, this game is over. Let's be real. 10 cost blocker here. If your leader is Blackbeard Pirates, of course it is. Type you and this character was played on this turn. Negate the effects of up to one of your opponent's leader during this turn, and then negate the effects of up to one of your opponent's characters, and that character cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So freeze up, make sure one of them can attack, negates the ability so they can't even be of any benefit, maybe even blocker if you want to turn it off. And you're also negating the effect, which is really just like counter Shanks at the time. It could counter actually the it could counter this deck actually.
And Adobe, this is going to be a problem. It's also good into red green Luffy. Any deck that relies on its leader effect defensively is going to struggle into this card.
Absolutely. Tempest Kick, one of our nice little on plays for draw a card. Then if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, give it to one of your opponent's characters -3 cost to help with that KO ability for the Van Augur. Then you have the Searcher card. You've got the Black Hole main. If your leader's Blackbeard types, negate the effect of one of your opponent's characters during his turn. Then if the character has 4 costs or less, KO it. So nice little KO opportunity, but also able to turn off like blocker effects, blocker beards, all the big stuff. And of course the trigger, which is why I was seeing play in other black decks, negate the effect of one of your opponent's leader or character cards during this turn.
When was this ever seen play in other black decks?
I saw it seeing some play in, what was it? I saw a couple times Variables trying it out in his black-yellow Luffy deck. Then I remember someone else teching it in, what was it? It's back when this thing got released. It's a long time ago. But I saw some people really like the idea that they could just turn things off. Wait. No, this is Blackbeard Pirates. What's the one I'm talking about? There was another Blackbeard
The
card.
counter event?
Yes.
Black Vortex.
Black Vortex. Thank you. Not Black Hole. I'm getting my blacks getting confused. Don't clip that. We're going into full elite the stage here. You trash 1 card from your hand and rest the stage. Look at the top 3 cards at the top of your deck. Reveal it to 1 Blackbeard Pirate cards and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. Fine stage. Not required, which is nice. Just a nice little stage to have. So these 2 decks are going to be going head to head. I am going to go grab my phone real quick. We're going to start to Zoff Variable Greg. Let's begin.
So, we'll start off with Dofi going first, play the wrong Searcher, and then play the right Searcher, and pass. And 2 Dawn for Greg here. Start with the Event Searcher. Grab something, mill the rest. And we're grabbing a Kuzan. And now got another Searcher. Yep. Lafitte. We'll get the Searchers for next turn. And
you didn't show up.
Pass. And now we're back on Variables turn. Thinking about how we want to sequence the turn here. Just gonna go ahead and use Sugar to look top 5, grab something.
Makes sense. Now he's got the opportunity of sending this 2 different directions out to Dellinger for a search, which will likely be the target. He can attack into active, can he?
What do you mean?
In the redirect. Can it redirect to an
Yes.
active character? Nice. Okay. And now if you need to be rested. Here comes 6k to life. Greg on the easy take. First one's always easy, especially in the 5 life leaders. And back to Greg at the 4. Dawn turn. This could be a turn we get out Jesus Burgess, but not often.
Why
Most of
would
the time they
you
don't
ever
play that early.
Burgess this early? This is way too
That's
early
all you
for
had?
Burgess.
Or-
And yeah, but
or
you
you got
want
a Lafayette.
to tap for the search.
Other card to note here, he could be getting out like stronger if he wants to get that
Okay.
rest for later.
In this matchup, when everything has on KOs, you're probably not going to want to lean into removal as much.
That's fair.
We're probably just going to want to search, wall up, and then start chaining 10 costs.
Mm-hmm. Stronger the pick from here. Do you think that's for the 2K?
Probably.
Here comes 5 into life. We're going to do the minus. Get that Dellinger attack in here. So that'll definitely KO the Dellinger and give him a nice little search. Got to get it out of the way eventually.
Usually you want to wait for them to have something else that you want them to redirect into, so that
there is
they
a
actually
choice.
have the force to choose. And Blackbeard's already a slower deck anyway, so honestly I'm not even sure if the attack was correct here. And then we have the stronger to get rid of the other one.
Oh yeah, it would be. I was just gonna say, is God Thread Don Quixote? Of course it is. It's his ability.
But I mean, honestly, if we're gonna spend 5 Dawn to get rid of a 1 or a 2 cost, and the 2 cost draws Greg a card anyway, that would be a miserable God
waste.
Thread.
Yeah.
And then we used leader effect here to turn off the Monet, most likely.
So, oh yeah, the little symbol of Grogu on there is going to be your indication that the leader effect is active. So if you see Grogu sitting on Blackbeard, make sure you pay attention that means all the on plays are going to be negated. And it's just like we predicted, the on play is being negated actually is going to make an impact on the setup.
Yeah,
no Monet ramping.
Work with. So here, if we have any way of cost reduction, we could potentially reduce the Monet and then black hole it so that it doesn't get the on KO, then swing. If we have black hole, if we don't have black hole, honestly, I just want to swing 5s. I would have just swung 5s.
Okay. Well, variable on the
Variable
take here.
yeah.
Interesting. I don't know if he knows there's no rush in this deck.
I mean, I think he knows that. I just think
He
might
values the
wants
body.
to keep it on board.
Sure. Absolutely.
But all the more reason to just have swung 5 there,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion.
Greg at end step did discard to make sure Blackbeard is active, so still no on plays for variable. Good choice here. I don't think he actually has seen this matchup before, but he is being heavily rewarded for keeping this effect on here, because as we know, 90% of the cards he's playing have it on play.
Right. And honestly, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because the on plays are off, but ideally here you would have actually used leader effect, because then we would have had enough Dawn to play 8 cost if we had a leader effect to work with, or we had on plays to work with, but currently we don't. So arguably maybe it would have been better. I mean, obviously we were anticipating the leader effect from Greg, but still probably worth doing.
And here comes the pudding, or sugar, sorry. Sugar.
Pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
We can redirect him and then play a guy, but...
And what's his choice right now? Pika and
we got Pika,
Mucus Man?
we got Treble, which we don't want to play because it's 2K.
Yeah.
This is a matchup where going more in on slow beam would have been really helpful as well, because it means that potentially being able to rest down one of the blockers would have been really impactful, especially if we could follow it up with a Divine Departure.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So being more in on that would have been nice here.
Okay, we got the black hole.
Yeah, we're going to black hole, negate, and KO the sugar, so it's gone and he gets no value from it.
Nice. Greg's deck is actually a really good matchup into this deck, especially the cards he's seen at this moment. It's really going to start hurting it.
Notoriously, Dofi really struggles into 12k blockers.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Doesn't have anything to go into it. So if Greg can start back-to-backing some Blackbeards, I think this is going to be much more favorable of a matchup for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the 10 cost teach is really devastating, especially because it negates something you would want to redirect into, but also your ability to redirect in the first place.
Right. Really like how Greg is setting up his trash here. He likes to keep it in piles of 4 to make it easy to remember what this at. I mean, Jesus Burgess would be coming down right now as an 8k body. I don't see... Is there any in the yard? I can't see the...
There is a Burgess in the yard.
There is?
Yeah, it's the very first card in the yard.
Oh, okay, there you go. The altar, yep.
Just a simple 5.
Love this because he does have the opportunity to trash and bring back the Burgess if he wants to. It's looking like that's going to be the case. Sack this one back up. Now we have an 8k body for next turn. Already sitting at some massive strength here.
Alright, also helps us keep our hand a bit healthier so that we can have a discard for leader effect, because we definitely want to be leader effecting this turn.
Right. See what he does the last 4. Could get an attack in. See if it gets redirected to Monet. I think the longer Monet sits on the board, the less beneficial she really is. Another
the second Burgess.
Yeah.
And now we can just swing 5. Force him to Dawn -1. get him slightly less off of his curve if we wanted to. Trashing for leader effect.
Here comes
swing 5. Either force the card out of hand, the life take, or the Don -1.
Right.
There's like no good options out of those.
Right.
I mean, I think taking the life is probably the best option there because it gets you a card, but it also gets you a card closer to losing.
Mm-hmm.
Especially seeing as that was a 8 Dawn turn, so next turn we're gonna have to worry about teaches.
Mm-hmm. He's already at variable at 9 now. Can play one of his 8-cost Flamingos. Looks like that's what he's going to be doing here.
I mean, play the 8 cost to do nothing.
Yeah. To get a body out, I guess, to start threatening the board.
That's going to get its effect negated.
Hit it, right? Especially if he has it. Do you think... have we seen Greg's hand at all? Has he kind of flashed us a Blackbeard yet?
Not particularly, but I would not be surprised.
It'd be pretty interesting. All right, going in for a simple 6.
Simple 6K.
See if we get 2. Greg on the take here.
Pretty easy to take.
Yep. Second
now
one.
we can give it 2K. I think we still know about the stronger, so or maybe not.
No, it has to get about 2 1Ks to get out of this one. Still not bad here. Greg's still managing his resources pretty well. I think these Jesus Burgesses might be 1 card away from being 9K bodies coming to next turn. That's going to be 2 9K swings, along with the potential of Blackbeard really locking this game out for variable. Looks like he really wants to put out the 8-cast body, but really getting punished. It just doesn't do anything.
Good. It just doesn't do anything.
Do we put out a body and maybe another body? No, it looks like he's going to go for the Dolphamingo.
I would go wide here is the thing, is I would want to go wide.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to win this, is be able to, 1, keep up bodies to
fight around the blocker beard.
Effect,
yeah.
But also just so that you actually have things to do. So we don't have blocker this turn, but...
And Greg still hasn't even added the Dawn out yet either. He should be at 10 Dawn. He hasn't added his 2 Dawn yet.
Yeah, because the last turn... Oh, there's the blocker.
Mm-hmm. So probably didn't have it. We'll see if Greg catches it. Looks like he's kind of forgotten he needs to add the 2 Dawn here. He is technically at 9 Dawn left here. But for some reason giving himself a handicap.
At this point, I don't think it matters. Honestly, I think this game is already over.
Because Variable's going for the big body first.
I mean that, but also that this is just a really unfortunate matchup.
Yeah, these leaders do not pair well. What do you think Blackbeard into Blackbeard is going to look like?
I think that this Blackbeard is going to be the more favorable one because you do have a lot of strong on plays. I think it also might just be a die roll though.
Okay. Variable with a nice fat hand, something he's very used to doing, to be honest with you. He's been playing Black Yellow Luffy for such a long time. Did he just pass the turn with 8 open?
No, that was the on KO.
Oh, okay.
Monet.
Gotcha.
Ramps you too.
Massive swing here.
Big. So basically saying you're either giving me the life or the Dofi.
Right. Like this play here. If he wants to go for the Don minus. All right. Variable on the take. A lot of cards in hand for not being able to get this. But here we go. A huge 10K swing.
And then we're probably going to do that.
Don minus 2K. And then 2K. Yeah. All right. Variable.
And leader effect.
Good call on Greg here. Greg, yeah, those 2 Dawns should be out, bud. Those 2 Dawns should be out. It's all right.
It really does not matter at this point.
I think the debate on whether he should have had it out there. He's just going to put it to play rested. Good sportsmanship on Greg and Variable to recognize that, yes, he should have had access to it, but he's not going to use them. He just wants to make sure that they're out.
I mean, Variable's already lost this game, most likely. Like, what, we can define Departure a Burgess, swing into it, and then the Burgess comes back from, like, a Kuzan or something.
Right. Not to mention we know 12 cost is coming out soon.
Yeah, we just start dropping the blockers.
Because the investment would take for him to start KOing some bodies is unfortunately going to take too much Dawn for him to still not be able to go wide. And so long as he's still sitting on just one body.
We have 1 card in hand?
Looks like, and we know it's a teach.
So yeah, we know it's a brick. Can't close out the game this turn, but it means that we can probably clear up both of the Burgesses, which would probably be the play. Is if we know it's 1 card in hand, we swing 9. Immediately wrong play.
No.
Yeah, no. What we were supposed to do here, swing 9 with Dofi into one of the Burgesses, kill it, and then swing another 9 into the other Burgess. We're not going to get game here, and then we just immediately stabilize on the crackback, so... Because there's not really unblockable. I mean, I guess we have that to... But we can just negate that with the 10 cost.
Yep. All right. Well, that's a turn. Finally, variable going wide here. It's looking like it's going to be do or die point here.
I mean, I feel like we just dropped 10 cost. I mean, variable probably lives this turn, but then we just go.
How do we defend against it with just one blocker? I mean, one of the attacks is going to be negated. We have 3 attacks left after that.
I mean,
one of them negated by the blocker. So 2 attacks. We'd have to defend 2 of those attacks here.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? I mean, there's too much math to get the
Actually,
variables.
maybe variable has it. Now that I'm thinking about it. Oh wait, no. Greg has way more cards in hand now.
Well, 2 from there. He does get the search, which is really good here.
Because I mean, yeah.
Gets another 2K. We know Teach is likely going to see play here to lock up some stuff to at least be able to survive. There is no rush here in Greg's deck.
I mean, I would go. I mean, here obviously we probably try and pressure board. So I would go into the Dofi with the Burgesses. Force 2 cards out of hand minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, yeah, I would go Burgesses first.
Burgess and Adolphi.
Yeah, both Burgesses and Dofi. If he uses redirects, then like even if he gets the heal, the baby 5 is out of the way, which means that. I mean, that's something that means that we can free up the Teach to negate either the Virgo or the Dofi, probably the Virgo.
Devs with a Yodi Brody. Good to see you, brother. Welcome back to the chat. We'll get you out of the wheel here in a little bit, but thank you for joining us. We're at what's looking like the final moments here. Variables in the tank pretty deep here.
I mean,
it's Greg's turn, but you can see that Variable's really thinking this one through, which way he wants to go with this, because this is a do or die moment for Greg. Trying to eliminate the amount of attacks and put up a good defense. His best option is playing Teach, but he also still does need to go board. And Dolphamingo able to redirect could keep him from removing that Dolphamingo, basically by countering one attack and then, of course, redirecting it to something else.
Yeah, I think the play here is maybe you push life, actually.
Okay.
Because that would threaten more cards out of Variable's hand and force him to use the leader effect to redirect into the baby 5. I know, like, we could play the Teach to stop the leader effect, but I don't even think that's ideal. I think we actually want to bait the leader effects that we can then negate the... No, we play the Teach first always here, because we don't care about the baby 5. We can just... If we negate leader effect, we don't care about baby 5. We can just negate the leader in Virgo, because I'm more scared, especially if we can guess that there's Divine Departure in hand. I would like the blocker to stick around for a turn, and there's more of a likelihood of that happening if the Virgo can't swing in Dawn -1 to reduce something. So realistically, I would like to negate leader in Virgo. Although I think if we Divine Departure next turn, we lose the blocker no matter what. Yeah, okay, so we're negating the Dofi and
leader effect here. So Virgo and baby.
We're just pushing face, it looks like. I don't know.
So 5 in a life. Looking for a simple 1K out of here. Should be an easy pick here. Puts out. There goes Pika. Here comes a nice little 8K or 9K, excuse me.
Honestly, I don't even know if we use leader effect here for Greg. I don't think we really care about on plays at this point.
No. Variable think about how he wants to, what cards he wants to keep for the next turn here. Possibly thinking about using that Divine Departure to get a nice little 3K addition on this attack.
I would not use Divine Departure. I think we just soak these hits. Because if we figure that we have lethal on the crackback.
That's if Variable sees it too. It's one of those things where I always say it's really important for other players to recognize how many turns you have left here. Variable realizing that it's probably going to be more crucial if he gives Greg another turn. It's probably not going to get into it. So taking life honestly would be the best.
So this will be that's not really good.
Yeah, it's not going to help anything.
And then
ooh, discarded. Okay, he did. Leader effect.
And if it's a break, that's not that big of a deal. So, although here I think it is just as simple as... It's pretty simple math. I don't even know if we need to Divine Departure here. We just count how many cards Greg has in hand.
And then stack it up for that equal to 2K plus on that. Because I think Greg has 2 in hand. Yeah, 2 in hand, that's 4K over. So if he swings 9 and 9, you're good.
Does it, yeah. Leave the rest. Also, we're cheating now. This is a cheat.
What's that? What's happening?
Divine Departure requires you to have an attached on to one of your leader or characters.
Yeah. We'll see if they catch it. If they don't catch it, Tony...
I doubt it.
We'll see if Tony... No! No! Stop making Tony Chopper cry, you demon!
Yeah. Not how the card works. You need to have an attached on. So, realistically, Divine Departure would do nothing here. He can still activate it, but the teach should still be 12k.
Yeah.
Swinging 8 here is wrong.
Yeah.
-2 again. Yeah, giving both 2Ks.
2Ks. Variable. It's 9 and 9. What the 5?
And swinging 5. And then, oh, wait.
Oh, he's got nothing left. Oh, okay, so he has enough left to attack. Okay.
I mean, realistically, I feel like there was... Because realistically, I mean, how many Dawn were left after that?
Does he get... Baby 5's at 1K.
So
is that 4?
If that's 4 under, then he... I mean, realistically, you could have put it on the Virgo first and then done the Divine Departure.
Okay.
Which would be the correct sequencing. It was just improper sequencing, technically not how the card should work.
Yeah. All right, that's going to round up for round 1. Sadly, we had to make Tony Chopper cry yet again. I'm so sorry. I hate it when we have to make that poor man cry. But sequencing is important, guys. Hopefully you don't make those mistakes. This is a locals, so we're going to have some more leniency when it comes down to it. And hopefully, most of the time, like, read your cards, understand the cards. So, we're going to get into round 2 here just shortly. We're going to take a quick break, get the wheel set up here, use the commercial break that's actually about to occur in 30 seconds, according to my little GUI here on my Streamlabs here. So, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to get to round 2. 2 great decks. We've got ourselves a fun one. We have Krustin returning back from the long trip. We've missed this man. Coming back on camera, he's going to be playing up against Poor.
Yep.
In round 2. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Homebrew Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me.
I'm here.
Yes, he is. And he is not just here, he is there in everywhere. You're going to be seeing Porter at the table playing up against Krustin, longtime friend, longtime player who has been out of town for a while, and we're so excited to have him back. Welcome back, Krustin. We missed you. But he's going to be back at the table here with Doflamingo Rosinante, or Don Quixote Rosinante, excuse me, and playing against Black Crocodile in round 2. We're going to see this matchup. Of course, we're going to be giving away packs at the end of the stream. Only 2 games left, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't yet hit exclamation point join, or if especially if you're new here, or if you just haven't commented it, if you're a regular, you got to get your name on the wheel because we got some awesome packs to give away at the end of the stream. We had a fun match in round 2 going into it. We're looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. We got Black Crocodile. We got the blue and purple yellow Rosinante, a deck that I honestly thought I would probably be seeing you play more often, considering
I did play it when it was good, but it just gets so thoroughly bullied out of the format by NL that it's just not worth playing.
It is such a fun deck, and I love the way that the combos with the law deck. I'd almost have you do both decks because I know how passionate you are with your law decks and the way you like. Obviously, it's like one of our flagships of this channel. You guys have been watching this YouTube channel long enough. Like the biggest number of thumbnails has always been this man Trafalgar Law green yellow. But I would have thought that this would have been like, I'm gonna make it work regardless. But I understand exactly where he's coming from. I've had to retire quite a few decks because they just get it when the matches are so one-sided. You're really just like, I gotta retire this deck. You agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, there is literally no way for Rosinante to win versus an L.
Yeah, and when you have those matchups, especially when you know that over 50% of the meta is probably going to be purple and L, yeah, let's move away from it. Let's not give ourselves a reason for an auto loss. But let's get into this matchup here because we have Black Crocodile in the flesh here going up against this deck, and we're going to see which one of these is going to take it home to the next round and our final round for today's coverage in Season 7 kickoff.
Alright, so here's Black Croc. First line of text, all of your opponent's characters cannot be removed from the field by your effects. So you're not doing any removal. And there's good reason for that because activate main once per turn, KO up to one of your characters with a type including Baroque Works. Give up to one of your opponent's characters -10 cost during this turn. Then you may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. So basically make anything a 0 cost, as well as getting mill. It would obviously be too good if you could play removal with this.
Right. And that's what Black likes to do anyways. And so I just basically making this Black deck a little bit different than other Black decks. But go ahead.
Yeah, so we obviously want our opponent's characters to be 0, like, to get the effects of all our cards. So we have, like, this Miss Wednesday, which is trash this card, give one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0, -3k power. So it makes it so that you can hit into things really easily. We have this with a good on KO to get off of Leader effect to just filter some cards. This is another one that just filters more cards, gets rid of a 1-cost stage, which occasionally comes up. We have this, which is just your standard searcher that mills. We have Bond Clay, which is an important part of the deck. On KO, play on one of your characters with a type including Baroque Works and a cost of 5 or less, except for another Bond Clay. We have Mr. 5, which is a blocker, and then on play, if there's a character with a 0 or 8 or more, draw 2, trash 1, so just filtering if you view the leader effect. And then you also have Dazbones, which if there's a character with 0 or cost 8 or more, this gains Character Rush. But this was printed slightly before Character Rush was an actual keyword. And then on play, rest of one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 0. So usually the combo for this is like Bond Clay, KO, -10 cost to whatever you want, and then play out Dazbones to rest that thing.
Sure.
We have Miss Doublefinger, which is if you have 7 or more cards in trash, this character gains +1k, and then all characters with the type including Baroque Works gain +2 cost. This helps you play around some things like Electrical Luna that like rely on cost. We have this, Mr. 4, on KO, add up to one character with a type including Baroque Works and a cost of 8 or less from trash to hand, so that way you can get recycling. We have this Missile Sunday, which is basically just Gecko Moria. If your leader is Baroque Works, play a character with Baroque Works that's 4 or less, and one character with Baroque Works that is 1. And then we have the big boss of the deck, Crocodile, on play up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 9 or less can attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. Then, if your opponent has a character with a cost of 0 or 8 or more, draw a card.
Nice.
And on KO, trash a card from your hand to play this card back out, so you can effectively freeze 2 things a turn with leader effect. The turn you play this. We also have this Luffy, which apply each of the following effects based on the number of cards in your trash. If there are 10 or more, this character is base power 9k and gains plus 10 cost. And the important part about this card and why we played is if there are 20 more cards in trash, which is very easy for this deck to do. During your opponent's turn, your leader's base power becomes 7,000, so it's just a very strong defensive tool for the deck.
Absolutely. A lot of these cards in these new metas been given like 7. Like you got the Zoro that does this with red. You got I play the Smoker Tashigi that does it. There was the what's the one in yellow Nami outside of the effect itself? Isn't the Usopp do that?
The leader is really all that does that.
The leader itself does it. But in there, I thought there was another yellow card that would set you up for 7k. Maybe it's in Bonnie and I'm missing it. But go ahead.
We also have this card, Patchwork. The important part of this is that it freezes a 0 cost.
Mm-hmm.
We have Ground Death, that's a good 4k event, and also the second effect to negate a blocker is really useful. Then we just have a Searcher, and like just other things. Pretty standard list.
Absolutely. This is coming into the purple-yellow Rosinante. The man that sacrificed himself, and in the effect is going to sacrifice others. So if your Trafalgar Law would be KO'd by... or KO'd, you may add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand instead. So I'm going to save them. I'm going to make sure that I can keep my Trafalgar Laws in the field. Activate main once per turn, Don -1. The next time you would play a Trafalgar Law with a cost of 4 or more, you can reduce its cost in hand by 2, which is actually pretty strong when you look at some of these. You're really starting to... You do Don -1, but you can really start playing out some power Trafalgar Laws that we'll get to in a little bit here. We have, of course, the Trafalgar Law Searcher, the Rosinante Searcher. Yep. The Sugar Searcher. We have, of course, the Zeus KO 2K. This thing's been really good. The new SP for this thing, absolutely outstanding. The Pikachu Nami is what they're calling it, but it is a Zeus card. Really nice effect to be able to KO some stuff you want to, but really it's just a nice little 2K that you're going to be using. Of course, Usahachi for the same reason, resting those blockers in the last minute go for swing kind of play, or nice little 2K. You got Baby 5 that has a beautiful trigger and is a 2K. Love this card in yellow. We have Law, blocker, can cost 2. What am I missing here? Oh, down here. Thank you. I'm like, why is this Japanese? If the number of Dawn on the cards of the field is equal to or less than the number on your opponents, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it. So nice little like replacement effect here. We of course have the older school here, blocker. On play Dawn -1. If your opponent has 7 or more cards in their hand, trash 2 cards from your opponent's hand. Now that we are not doing much with hand hate, this is actually really good. No putting in the meta. I've seen these hands get out of control recently. I like cards like this, the ones that start making them have to discard and make choices. Because a lot of these hands...
notably, it is essentially random because your opponent picks. They don't get to see the cards they pick, but they do get to pick.
That's fair.
So it's more random, and it's kind of a frustrating card because of that.
Mm-hmm. Trafalgar Law in the yellow form here. Really good for a 2K and a trigger.
The trigger is... You don't get the trigger. Your leader's not Supernova.
Oh.
You play this card because it's a 2K counter that is named Trafalgar Law.
Oh, okay. Just for the namesake of it, to help with the Trafalgar Law.
No, because of a specific card later on.
Sure. Okay. In Virgo here, that we just saw in the last deck here, Don Quixote Pirates, it is type character, would be removed from the field by your opponent's effect. You may return 1 Don card to your Don deck instead, so nice little protection effect. But also when attacking, Don -1, give it to one of your opponent's characters minus 2,000 power this turn.
Not always a huge fan of this card in the deck. I get its purpose, but you really only have like 1, and I guess in this list 2 cards you really want to protect, or you can protect with this effect that you actually want to. So it doesn't do a lot. And it's another brick, which is always rough.
Here's another blocker with Rosinante and Law here. Under the rules of the game, this card is also treated as Trafalgar Law, so it is important for this. For this leader effect here. On play, if the number of Dawn cards in the field is equal to or less than the number on your opponent's side, draw a card, then add to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Then we have the new EB Trafalgar Law. This one was a hot chase for a while there. EB03 has Rush, is 6,000 power for an 8 cost, but activate.
You're going to be playing it for 6 Dawn.
Yeah, you're going to be... Exactly. You're going to be playing this thing out really easy. You may trash 1 card from your hand and then trash this character up to 1 card from your... the top of your deck into the top of your life cards, then play up to 1 Trafalgar Law with a 7 cost or less from your hand. So you get to play out the next big Trafalgar Law, the big boy here, on play 7 cost here. If the number of Dawn is equal to a number less than one's, add up to 1 Dawn from your Dawn deck and set this set it as active. Then all of your Rosinante and Heart Pirate type cards Get plus 1,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. This is just the characters.
No, Don Quixote Rosinante includes leader.
It does. Okay. Oh, okay. Say and then the type
Or
characters.
Pirates type characters.
Nice. So this will be a nice little 6K body on that turn. Pretty notable here. We've already seen the 10 cost El Flamingo here. Gamma Knife, always pretty nice.
There to counter Enel is the reason they play Dofi in this deck now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of your very few outs. And then this is the reason why we play the 2K law.
Counter up to one of your leader type characters gains plus 2,000 power to this turn. If you have 2 or less life cards, up to 1 Trafalgar Law from your trash to your hand. Oh, okay.
So it's a 2K you can get back with this event. Usually you want to get back the 8 cost law to just continue recurring that over and over again.
But since you're probably going to be discarding this with 2K...
It turns that from a 2K event to a 4K event.
I like that.
Simply.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I saw the heal law at 7 cost in another person's deck when I was playing this locals. Don't like that
You don't
one?
run enough supernovas.
Okay.
You don't run enough supernovas. It requires you to run more bad cards in your deck, and that's just not worth it.
Okay. So, you as a person's been here, do you think there's anything that needs to change for this? You think this is a pretty refined list?
This is a pretty standard list. Again, I am not a huge fan of Virgo in the deck. I just realize, I think now really the only thing that you need to worry about removing your things these days anyhow is Gravity Blade, but Gravity Blade doesn't even run a lot right now, so I don't think Virgo really serves much of a purpose.
Fair.
I get 10 cost Dofi, but it does seem a little high roll, and as just like a cold comfort into a matchup that you're probably already still losing.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see this matchup on paper here. This isn't going to be against purple. No, this one's about Black Rock. Porter on the mulligan, redrawing 5. Let's hope that he gets something playable here. 5 life to 4 life. We'll see what his opening hand looks like. But Crusting going to start off with the first Dawn. Do we have a Searcher? We do. But this one notably does require a Dawn.
Also, one of the worst things about Rosinante is that all the searchers search for different things, meaning that you have no way of like being as cohesive of a deck as you want to be.
Okay. And notably, Porter didn't play anything on turn 1 here, so no searchers, nothing to get things going. Yeah. That really kind of hurts a lot of tempo plays here. It's why so many people play so many searchers. Here comes the first with a 5K Edens to take here. Okay. So hopefully we can recover from this. This one will look at the top 3.
So I'm looking at what I want here. I'm thinking if I want the Croc or the 2K.
Going for the 2K is what it looks like.
No, Oh, was that a ground? That was a ground death in there.
Okay.
I have to go to ground death because I can recur the other ones. I can't recur events. So.
Okay.
Yep, and then we have the standard play of the 4 cost law, using leader effect to play out for 2. So
already having ourselves a nice little blocker. 3 bodies already for Crustin here just on turn 2 alone. Porter, nothing on the board yet. Missed some tempo here in the early days. We'll see if he can recover this turn. 4 Dawn.
Here's Bond Clay, but that's it. I don't even have a target for Bond Clay, which is not ideal.
Yeah, and no attacking. If you're wondering why at home, that is a 6K blocker. A free block just indicates he respects Crustin to recognize the free block and didn't want to even waste the time. Getting a 2K from the search here from the sugar.
Yeah. And again, that's also not ideal. Ideally, you'd be getting something you can actually play, but
right.
That's one of the problems with the deck is that it just your searchers all search for different things, and that's one of the really big problems with the deck. Here we have Hand Rip Law because I do have enough cards in hand for that.
Oh, jeez.
And getting
Get
that
ground death
searched,
too.
So.
That is so painful. And an attack from the 6K Porter, unable to counter out of this one as well. Trying to keep his hand at a decent rate. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did
I counted out of the 5K?
Okay. Sorry.
The following swing with leader.
Crustin is playing a little bit faster. Sorry, I got to keep up with this.
I'm also got a ton of bricks in hand, which also makes this very unfortunate.
Yeah. Do you think Crustin at this point realizes that? Because I mean, those are so quick takes from you, and I don't know. Are you trying to keep it pace with Crustin? Because he's a decently fast player.
I mean.
You know this deck pretty well, too.
Yeah, but it's also, I feel always pretty comfortable taking the first couple hits
while
playing Croc, because if I can get to late game, I just stabilize, and it doesn't matter even if I'm at like 0 life, I can realistically stabilize, because they're not going to be able to get the aggro that they need. And here, I kind of have to gamble and just use the Bond Clay, hope I hit something worth playing, and I mill 2 and I don't hit anything.
Oh, that's nothing.
So I can play something just to keep some presence on board at all, but it's not going to be ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play that from trash to potentially reduce something, the power of something, so that I can. Maybe
Is
do
this Miss
something else.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
I believe that's Nefertari Vivi.
not in this deck.
All right, so what are we doing here? We're going to
We're
reduce the
gonna use
cost here.
Patchwork to freeze.
Oh, all right, good. Freeze is really incredibly good in this current format we're in here. Thankfully,
Yeah.
trying to stave off something because that
Not
mill was really not ideal.
A lot. It's basically one less swing or one less block, but
Yeah.
nothing much more.
Cruston, easy on the first take. That's the first time he said to take life here. What do you think about them taking life when they really want to be used that to protect their blockers?
No, you want to take the life here. You don't care about. You're going to heal enough at a certain point in the game anyway.
Fair.
It doesn't matter. Again, the first life is almost always taken.
Right?
There is very few times where it's actually worth countering out of the first life.
Fair. And what do you think about the new Blackbeard in this deck?
The new Blackbeard
The yellow one.
for Resonante?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Hmm.
It's just not named Trafalgar Law. You don't run a ton of triggers anyway, so it just doesn't do anything.
That's fair. All right, 5 and a life. Porter immediately on the take. I wonder if Cruston can smell the fear in the water here.
Yeah.
Here comes a 6. Do we have a 2 at least to stave this attack off? If we don't counter out of this, oh, 2 1Ks. That is going to be a huge signal. 5 alarm fire here. When they're discarding 2 1Ks on a simple 6K, you can smell the blood in the water. That is not a good sign here. I'm sorry, Porter. That is very unfortunate. So early, you're not even on 10 on turn. I'm sorry, what were we saying?
This has just been a rough game for me. There's just not a lot I could do here.
Right. Yeah, okay, so we
There's
can get some
Croc.
freezing.
Yeah, freeze that one. KO Croc.
Try to get some better targets
Yeah.
here.
Mill.
Well, no,
Mill
2
more
events.
Death. Pitch that.
Okay,
Break
get it back
them.
so we can definitely
Stop
freeze
that.
2.
Yeah, whiffing off of a ground death. That means that there are 2 ground deaths in trash already.
And you're already down to 3 cards because of what you had to defend
Yeah,
into.
because I've had to spend way more resources than I was realistically comfortable with it for this point in the game, which is just not ideal.
Right. So we do have 3 potential attacks if we want to load up on this Rosinante. Cruston already probably aware that the counters are pretty light in Porter's hand here. I don't know if he's going to press for game. Doesn't look like he probably wants to get more information first. He does have an opportunity to possibly put Porter down to 0 if he wants to play the math. I don't think it's ideal to go for game right now. Would you say, like, go for game here? Or
I mean, if not this turn, it's pretty safe next turn, so... Yeah, and there's the Rush Law.
So he's going to get even an additional attack here to put on some extra work. Here it comes. You at least had a counter for this one. We still have leader and Trafalgar blocker attacks left here. Going to go with Rosinante. 4-6. Does Porter have another 2K? No, likely, especially after having already discarded 2 1Ks the last turn.
Yep, and we'll take that, trash 1 to heal 1,
Interesting.
and play
And then
out
play-
that,
oh,
which
geez.
ramps 1 and draws 1.
And on top of that, you have another blocker for threat. So now he's even more free to attack with this blocker law without any kind of fear. Here comes 6. We did have the 2K from the life.
It's only 5.
Oh, it's a 5K. I'm sorry. So 1K.
I did use a 2K.
Oh, jeez. Not lining up at all. Here comes 5 into Cruston.
Yeah,
Simple
free block.
This one
Go 10 into 5.
could take a life just to keep it alive.
Yeah.
And he
might as
does.
well.
Has plenty of life to do so. Gonna sack to try to freeze up that law in Rosinante. Is that yeah?
Or no,
It's just a
the
law.
7 cost.
Yeah, 7 cost law. Finally hitting his first 4 cost.
Way too
A little
late,
late,
in the game for that
right?
Matter.
Just gonna bring it back.
Yeah,
This should
bring
freeze
that
up
back,
2 more
freeze-
characters.
only freezes 1 because that's how.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because I don't play. That's right.
Yeah, pitching another brick. Then there's the Croc that will get another one and freeze the Lawn Rosie too. And then that's the turn.
All right.
And-
So yeah, 2 cards in hand.
2 cards in hand, 3 swings. And 10 Dawn. There's nothing I can do here. I'm just dead.
Right. All you have to do, you're swinging here for the first one. Got to swing into at least 9K swing, then load it up into an 11K swing. There are no blockers on Porter's side, so it's really that simple of math here. And we're going to see the first swing here for 7. Porter going to get
Oh, there's a
ground death here to
so-
protect himself here. Didn't see the open dawn. My bad. Interesting attack strategy here. Maybe try to save up some for a Doflamingo finishing swing here. Or Rosinante, anyways.
And that's all of them. Only use lead effect. Tap 4. Probably another Lawn Rosie. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Really trying to wall up here. I feel like the game was kind of written in stone here, but I guess Cruston...
No,
really...
the game is still over. Playing it safe here is probably correct.
Okay. All right. Cruston could go for a massive attack and big swing here. Here comes 7. This was going to take Porter's last life. Math is going to be a lot easier next turn. Back to Porter. Draw for turn. 4 cards in hand.
Gas phones that I was
looking
hoping
for
to see like
a lot
4
earlier.
turns ago.
Cruston in a very dominant situation. 2 massive blockers here with Rosinante and Law. We do have that Trafalgar Law next turn if Porter doesn't find a way to freeze it, which he can do with leader effect at least once.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because there are 5 other swings.
Yeah.
There's literally no way for me to get out of this. I can't win the game this turn, and I can't
wait to be alive, right?
Yeah, I can't stabilize. I can't. There's nothing I can do.
There's not enough freeze in the world here. We're going to try and go board here to try and clean up here. Cruston does have the opportunity to take life,
yeah,
and he does.
Effect.
Have you only played 1 Dawn at this point, right?
Yeah.
So still 9 left, because I assume he's probably predicting another Crocodile.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but...
I'm trying to think from Cruston's perspective, what's the biggest threat here that you could possibly get?
There's no threat here.
From your perspective, what do you think from Cruston's perspective?
I think from Cruston's perspective, there's no actual threat here.
Oh, okay. They're going to use the leader ability to recycle that Crocodile to keep that Trafalgar Law frozen, so at least that is no longer a threat.
But I have, like, 1 or 2 cards in hand versus...
A slow beam, it looks like here.
Yeah. Or, no, not slow beam. That's not played in this deck.
Oh, what's the 2 cost? It's a...
It's just 2 open Dons, just 2 of the 1 cost, potentially.
Alright. I'm going to get a free block. Another 5 in here. Could take the life if he really wants to keep it alive.
No, he already took the life. It's a once
oh, it's a once per turn. That's right. So now he actually has to counter onto this if he wants to, and he's looking like he might.
Or just block 2K, or yeah, block and then something else, or just take it even.
All right, here's a block and a 2K.
Or it has to be 2K, 1K.
Oh, it's a 10. Yeah. And there it is, 2K, 1K.
And that's the end of the game.
Yeah, Cruston demanding board stated here. Porter bricking like crazy throughout this match here. Gonna end it with a nice little blocker, but I don't think that's... Yeah, not enough to defend against 5 big swings in here. Looking like 2 cards in hand. 3 cards in...
Yeah, 3 cards.
3 cards in hand here.
2 trashed 1.
Yeah, so maximum amount for 6K defense. Tack 11, tack 11.
Looking through trash, seeing how many ground deaths I've used, because I have quite a few Dawn open, but all 4 are in trash.
Oh, wow. So he was even smart enough to check to make sure that like that is not even going to be a mathematical possibility for this swing here. Plenty of swings to get that math in here. Swinging double 11 should close the game.
Yeah.
We'll see what Cruston wants to do. It is a massive Dawn investment if he wants to go this weaker ones. It's going to swing 6 or 5. Gets the 1. Or is that 2K?
That's a 1K.
1K. Zeusing to, oh geez, to KO the last blocker here. Load up the Doflamingo, swing for game. Let's go. I'm sorry, the Rosinante here.
We're just swinging 7 first.
Okay.
Just want to make sure that everything goes through.
That's fair enough.
9, which is good.
And then 9. Cruston taking down round 2 with the Trafalgar Law from life left. And that's the one you can't even use, right?
Yeah, it's just a 2K.
That is going to be our round 2, which means we have one more round left here. Cruston, having won on camera, is going to remain on camera. And now his last and final opponent is going to be Beef Patty, the winner of last season, trying to keep that win streak going for him. We'll see. He's got a lot more competition this season. I think Sai and the rest of them, even this guy, might be coming up with some massive power plays. Stay tuned and wait for that. This is 1 week down, but we got 7 more weeks of this content and at least 15 more coverages of this content coming your way for the season 7. 2 packs to give away. Exclamation point join for your chance to get in here if you're a new time chatter. If you're not, just chat at all. Love to hear from you guys. And we got Variable here in YouTube. Thank you so much.
I don't know. You'll have it. Who won the last? Who round? The first round? You'll have to watch the video. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I don't know.
you have to go back to the VOD, man. You'll have to just watch the VOD. It was a crazy one. I can't even remember. It was like 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
Where you been? Ad's about to start. We're gonna take a quick break here. When we come back, the final round, packs giveaway, all the fun stuff. Stay tuned, and we're gonna say who wins the first week or first event of our Season 6 Championship Series. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
the talking. Maybe that's what talking. I do my best to learn to listen. Seem to have so much to say. I could ask a million questions that would leave me wanting. That's why I let you do the talking. Maybe that's what talking. I do my best to learn to listen. Seem to have so much to say.
And welcome back to Humble Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D, with me.
I'm here.
And we're here for the final round of today's Championship Series 7 at Lifelink Games. We've got the finals matchup. If you watched the last match, you could have seen how Krustin just absolutely high rolled and Porter, unfortunately, just absolutely low rolled his way into that game. But now we're going to see, can he hold up against another meta beater here? He's going to be going up against Dracul Mihawk Green, an answer that has been pretty strong and prominent in this format, given it has access to the most powerful event card in today's meta, Electrical Luna. That ability to freeze those cards and lock those things in place has been so prominent that we have people even hiding that stuff in their laps just to make sure they see it on time. If you're out there, don't cheat. Don't be that way. Don't give away your entire career to some stupid idea of like, I'm going to pull this from my lap while on camera. Come on now. All right, we're going to get to the deck list. We're going to talk very shortly about the Rosinante deck because we've already covered in the last video. If you want a good substantial cover, check out the last video or roll back in the VOD. But let's get into this matchup. You ready?
All right.
I'd say substantially this is more your style here, Trafalgar Law being your main character, but go ahead.
All right. So we got the leader. If your Trafalgar Law would be KO'd, you may add the top card of your life to your hand instead. And activate main once per turn. Down -1. The next time you play a Law with a cost of 4 or more, it's reduced by 2. So Yeah, devs, I will encourage that. It is probably the best deck in Pirate Party for the limited deck battle.
Oh, okay.
If you don't know what Pirate Party is, that is the one where you can't play the top 10 decks.
Nice.
So it's going to be Rosinante and Emu.
Oh, yeah.
Because Emu is somehow not in the
fallen
top
down.
10.
Wow.
And Rosinante beats Emu, so
Yeah, good
you
call,
should
Devs.
probably play Rosinante. I, on Sunday, I think, played in a Pirates Party and won with Rosinante, so...
Nice. Well, good job. All right. So briefly go over here. We got some searchers here, of course.
And they all suck because they all don't search for what you want them to search for 90% of the time. So we have Zeus, which is most likely an NL counter. It's so that you can deal with their smaller bodies like the dog and whatnot ahead of time. We have Usohachi, which is just decent against blockers and whatnot. And this, which is just a 2K with a decent trigger. And
Gotta show
then we
bigger
have
five.
this law that ramps you if you use leader effect, meaning that it's effectively a 2-cost 6K blocker, which is quite strong. We have this law for the hand rip, which is just good. Hand rip is always good. We have this because it's the triggers can't be used, but it is a 2K counter named Trafalgar Law, which matters for an event like I Love You, which counter up to one of your leader character skins plus 2K. Then if you have 2 or less life cards, add a law from your trash to your hand.
Awesome.
We have Rosinante and Law, which is treated as Trafalgar Law and Don Quixote Rosinante by the rules of the game. It's a blocker. On play, if you have Don cards on the field that is equal to or less than your opponent, draw 1 and then ramp 1 as active. So realistically, this is going to be a 4-cost. Net overall, this is a 3-cost AK blocker that draws you a card. You just have to have 5 Don on the board to be able to make the most use of this. You have Rush Law, which activate main, trashes a card from your hand and this character to add a card from the top to heal 1 and then play a law with a cost of 7 or less, which can either be Rosinante and Law a lot of the time, or it can be this 7-cost law, which is on play if you have equal to or less Don on your opponent's field, add up to 1 Don from your Don deck as active. Then all your Don Quixote Rosinante and Heart Pirate type characters, notably Heart Pirates type characters, only applies to the characters only applies to this. This applies to your leader. It's just any card named Don Quixote Rosinante that has power can gain this effect.
Nice.
Gain plus 1,000 power till the end of your opponent's next end phase. So good on both offense and defense. We have this to just have any sort of chance into an L because, well, the problem with this deck is you have to be at equal or less Don than your opponent a lot of the time.
Yeah, and
So
it's at max
that's
6,
not going to happen
guys. Yeah.
for an L. But this is just a way to freeze some of their 6 costs if it gets too out of control. It's a cold comfort, but it's there. And we have Gamma Knife because it is just such a strong card, being the most Don efficient power reduction card in the game currently, now that Round Table has been rotated. So it's just Don -1, -5K to one of your opponent's characters, which puts it in range of a lot. We also have Virgo. I'm not always a huge fan of this card in the deck. Realistically, you're not going to come across a lot of things that bottom deck your characters anymore, especially seeing as the ones you really want to stick are your Rosinante and Laws and your 8-cost and your 7 costs, which can't be hit by the only real bottom deck thing without additional cards also having to be used. So honestly, I don't think this card does too much, and it only protects Rosinante and Law overall. So in this format, it's just not great. I'm not a huge fan of Virgo, and I've never been a huge fan.
All right. Good advice. Appreciate that. And he's going to be going up against Beef Patty on Dracul Mihawk. Been good since OP14 was the dominant deck, and now is on his way back here.
It was a dominant deck. It wasn't the dominant deck.
Fair
That
enough.
was Boa.
That's fair. Multipass! Welcome back. Good timing here. We're at the last round here, Multipass, because we're going to be doing this and then giving away the packs. But good to see you as always. If your opponent or leader has a slash type attribute, this leader gains plus 1,000 power. So sometimes relevant, especially when you have the Zoro in the meta here. And of course against a mirror. These things are both going to be 6K. It kind of just like makes it nullifies itself when it's a mirror. But it's kind of interesting. And activate
It means
main.
that your bodies on board also have to swing into a 6K leader.
That's fair.
probably.
Yeah. So the 5K bodies are going to be less prevalent on something when you're playing the mirror match here. If you, I'm sorry, once per turn you may rest one of your cards. If there's a character with a cost 5 or more, you can set 3 of your active Dawn, or your set 3 of your Dawn cards as active, and then you cannot play characters this turn after the effect. So really, It's kind of using this 3 to play some free spells here, also used from the free attacks. But most of the time when you've seen this deck, it does have 1 or 2 open for some kind of defense. We've got some good defense cards here. With this one, up to 1 of your characters gains plus 2,000 power during the battle, and if you have 8 or more rested cards, it gains additional plus 2. So there's our 4K counter in a rested heavy deck. You've got this 3K counter, but also ability to freeze characters that are rested, which are extremely important in this meta that is anti-removal heavy. And of course, the most powerful of these events here being Electric Luna, with, if Sai's still in the chat, an okay trigger. It's a really good trigger. It's a very good trigger. All your opponent's characters rested with a cost 7 or less cannot become active during your opponent's next refresh phase. So against a Nell, which is a powerhouse, this is literally every single card in their deck, so long as it's rested. And you don't have to worry about them next turn. And if on the trigger, you can rest any character. No restrictions. Just rest it. Take an attack out of the equation if you need to. We have ourselves a Searcher. We have ourselves a 2K, a Pooh. We have the Protection Laboon. This is one of the color protection cards. Why removal has been so light in this meta, because every color has access to it. Red obviously being the worst. Green being okay. Resting a card or 2 cards is not ideal, but
I mean, in this deck, it's really
easy to do.
Just leave up Dawn, maybe a Stage or whatever.
Absolutely.
This is actually one of the better ones, just because, especially in green, if you have a lot of active things, it really doesn't hurt to just rest them, especially if they're like your bigger bodies, like your long Beppos. If you have one of those that's untapped, resting on an 11k, it's going to be really hard for your opponent to do anything to that.
Right. And what we have Curly out in the chat. Good to see you. Kid Killer, another one of the Searchers in green. Very good. We got ourselves the blocker for Rona Razora. Opponent's turn. This character would be rested by your opponent's character's effect. You erase something else.
It's a 2k most of the time. You're barely ever playing that card.
Bonnie Blocker at 6k. Of course, if you have 8 or more rested cards, this thing gets to do a draw 2 discard.
And restand it on.
Carrot, a nice little freeze it card. When you play on play and when attacking, you can freeze a 7 cost or less on your opponent's phase. Really annoying card. Usually has a huge target on it. I love this addition here. This is something I've been wanting to see more of. We got to get some banish back. Smoker, a new addition to this deck. Given we're seeing so much yellow, and especially in the new meta, yellow getting even more prominent with them being able to stack the triggers the way they want to in certain decks. This is going to be important. Getting a banish out there and force them to have to counter on those swings. Bring them back. Bring them back. If you have access to banish, try to find some room for it. It's pretty devastating in this yellow heavy meta. Then, of course, we have the Shanks, the improved Shanks, if you will. We used to have to pay 10 Dawn for this type of effect. It's pretty gross. So, your turn, when this character becomes rested, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with 7,000 power or less. Notably, the leader effect here comes really well with this, because the leader can rest this card to rest that card on that turn. And during your opponent's turn, so long as this card is rested, all of your opponent's characters get minus 1,000 power. This stacks, so you get multiple copies out here. We're going 1, 2, 3, and potentially 4k minus on the character swings, making it almost impossible to swing into anything, let alone this character. All right, so we got the namesake of the deck, Dracula Mihawk here. Only at 2 because it's just not near as good as the next card we're going to talk about. But on your turn, when this character becomes rested, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 9 or less cannot be rested until the opponent's next turn. So it can't attack, can't block. And on your opponent's attack, once per turn, you may trash 1 card from your hand up to one of your leader or character cards, gains plus 2,000 power during this battle. So you get a nice little 2k once per turn with this awesome 9k. And then, of course, the powerhouse of this deck. We had the funniest match here during the finals, so you guys are going to see the YouTube video in a couple days. But we saw Law and Beppo, played after Law and Beppo, played after Law and Beppo. This is a disgusting 10 cost. Bumps the leader by 2k for the opponent's next turn, and gets to rest a character and freeze it for that turn. On a 10k, 11k body, absolutely disgusting. Green showing strength where it needs to in a removal protection heavy type of meta, and the cards that are automatically have it stapled on it, like a Nell, the leaders like even Kobe, if you're still playing it, have the ability to prevent it. Emu, if you're still playing it, protection, all those cards. Like, you've got so much that's just saying removal is not going to work. Freezing is a way to go. There is still yet anything we've been able to do to prevent against freezing.
And there are things you can do about preventing against freezing, actually.
What do we got?
Restand.
Restanding? Okay. So some restand character cards that can get around it, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. But that is the deck. We've got green versus blue-yellow. Crustin on the win streak. Beef Patty on the win streak. Beef Patty reminded me that he only plays purple decks. Does it look purple to you?
Why did he ever say that?
He said it literally when he was looking at one of his videos in the stream room. He's like, "Oh, I always play blue, purple, Luffy," and I'm like,
he did always play blue, purple, Luffy till a lot of the power cards for that deck got rotated.
That's fair, but this is purple.
No.
He said always. Always means something. Words mean things.
Emu for the longest time.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, Emu's not purple.
You can't trust that man to say anything, alright? That's on you.
I'm never going to talk any trash against this guy. He's helped me build more decks than I can count. So.
I'll gladly talk trash on him. He deserves all the trash talk in the world. If you're hearing this, Mr. Man of Many Names.
Yeah, right?
Just so you know, I know your game. And it's not the One Piece TCG.
Oh, ooh. Dun, dun, dun. Tune in next time to find out what that game is on Humbro Pie.
It's scalping.
We prevent him from scalping and most of the stuff. He gets it from somewhere else.
Do you see how many Bonnie decks he has?
Yes.
And do you know how many of those I have seen that man purchase from Lifelink Games?
Most of them?
Yes.
Yeah, but we saw we don't put restrictions on those decks. Like those were sitting there for a while. He didn't buy them all on opening day.
I know.
Right, so if they're sitting there and he was willing to buy them, thanks for the money. Appreciate it. And there were some good cards in there.
Yeah, that's where the Lon Beppos were.
Yeah. I'd say he's an investor at that point. Here comes 6, looking for a 2.
An investor, sure.
Electric Luna off the top. Why didn't he rest the Trafalgar Law?
Why would you not just save the Luna for later?
That's yeah. Sometimes I ask stupid questions.
I know, and I give you the answer. Alright, here we only have the 6 cost law as a target.
Wait, I thought Shanks was Slash.
That's
no,
that's
Supernova. Right. Supernova only. My bad. I was thinking Perona. I didn't realize it was a kid killer lock.
Alright, swinging.
The suspense is killing me, Curly says. Well, you'll have to tune in next time, Curly. Because we most definitely didn't say what his game is. Hazelnuts, welcome to the chat. Good to see you. Thank you for being here for the last game.
Simplify life. Taking.
All right. A lot of takes here for early game here, and a block.
Yeah, Mihawk has a lot of bricks in it, so not entirely surprising.
A fat hand for Beef Patty here.
I mean, again, you just keep a bunch of cards in hand till the end game, and it doesn't matter about these early game swings if you just know it's a deck that doesn't put up too many, like, huge swings.
Okay. Well, notably, we're at 6 Dawn, so he can play... Oh, he's at 3 Dawn left here, so he can only play the 4 cost if he wants to... Dawn minus. Yep, another 4 cost. And he brings it right back. I like the way Kristen does that. He's like, this is coming back anyways, but I'm demonstrating it's out there. Leaving 1 open here. What could it possibly be for a counter? Beef Patty 2/3 life here. Here comes Perona cleaning up that Sugar Searcher. Curly, welcome to Twitch land. Happy to always see you. Congratulations on your top from this event, by the way. Curly was one of our top 3 finishers from this event. Getting the maximum amount of points. Already a leader on the leaderboard. I'm so proud of you, Curly. Day 1, and you're already one of the top 3. One of these two is going to be a top 3 contender as well. Yeah. Spencer, I think, was the 3rd one. It was right. It was Curly, Spencer, and someone from this game.
Yeah.
So congratulations. We don't have a leaderboard just yet to showcase to you guys, but just know that right now Spencer, one of my other casters, Curly, the man you might have seen on a couple thumbnails already, and a winner of this match are going to be our first 3-point leaders for the Season 7. Looking forward to who this is going to be.
All right, grabbing the event here. Now we're probably going to use leader effect, tap the Corona, and restand 3.
Okay. Now, he rested the Smoker with lead, right, to get the extra Dawn here?
No, he played it rested with the Law.
Oh, okay. All right. Kid Killer, just getting it rested. I just assume for resting 6 here. Here comes 8.
To tap it to restand 3 with lead.
Oh, that's right. Use that for leader ability. Curly says, thank you. I'm honestly surprised I got it. I saw Blue Yellow Nami in my last match. It is a terrifying matchup, isn't it, Curly? Blue Yellow Nami is just a nightmare. And she's getting stronger. They keep powering her up.
Yeah, swing into the Kid Killer. Just gonna use the effect to restand to Dawn, because might as well.
Absolutely. Fat hand here for Beef Patty. A lot of them bricks, though. We'll see how he handles this. Does have an open Dawn, so we can 3k counter out of at least one of these. I don't think he has 8 rested cards just yet, so he can't use the 4k counter here. Looks like we're going to do a Dawn minus. Getting the Rush Law.
Swing 6. Got 2k.
Okay.
Use Rush Law. Sack itself. Heal. Trash a card. Heal 1.
And then you should be able to play a...
Probably the Lawn Rosie that was searched last turn.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or no, going for the power increase law.
Okay.
Bring up that as active.
So I got a plus 1k. These blockers now 7/7, and the other one's not a blocker, but
And we'll swing 7.
swinging 7 needs a 2 and a 1. We'll see if Beef Patty gives it up. He's a little
Or a
bit
block and a
behind.
2.
All right, that's fair.
Or the 3k event.
Yep, there you go. And at the 3k event it is, and 6k into
7.
life. Or 7, sorry. Yeah, 7. I gotta remember these power ups. Beef Patty showcasing a lot of bricks in hand here. Gonna be on the take. Interesting.
Oh, there's the
Shanks.
That's actually a really good take there then.
Yeah.
'Cause that gives us a play next turn is probably Shanks. Yeah, we're gonna go Shanks and then
Rest
we're
the
gonna
blocker.
No, we're gonna Shanks. Yeah, rest the blocker. Then Luna with the 3 Dawn we restand. Or I guess we don't even need to if we'll just.
We'll be at 9, right?
Be at
With
8,
this thing. Oh, 8. Okay.
because Beef Patty went second.
That's right. So 8 Dawn here for Beef Patty. Smoker frozen for some reason?
Just hasn't untapped yet.
Okay. He was messing with stuff. I was curious. Like, I don't think purple... I mean, Nanelle freezes, but... I don't remember this deck having any freeze. Does that freeze?
No.
Okay. All right.
Just forgetting, I guess.
Simple draw with the stage here. So now the stage is online. He has a free card to rest for all of his leader abilities. Here comes 7. I don't think he's going to rest stage if he plays the Shanks, though. Definitely want to use that with
There's the restand for the Smoker.
Mm-hmm. Good play here for Beef Patty would be definitely dropping the Shanks, reducing the power, freezing the board, making sure his next swing is protected, really only having to worry about leader and the Trafalgar Law. Maybe a rush. But all those are going to be reduced by 1 if he pulls out with the Shanks play this turn. And this would be the optimal turn, especially if you want to start playing those Law and Beppos back-to-back here. So we'll see. Thinking this one through. I like that play. It's a lot easier for us to see it. But no, taking himself off that play here. Just going to stage cycle.
Smoker to restand it on in that 7.
Oh, it's true.
But it looks like we might be going for a blocker law here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blocker Law with the bounce. And the replay.
Yeah, we're probably thinking on the replay, maybe like the Bonnie.
Okay.
Come in rested, but it is cycle, so.
Yep. And draw 2, discard 1. Love those cards. Still have lead effect to restand 3. Discarding Electric Luna. Interesting.
We have 3 in hand.
He had 3 Electric Lunas? Oh my gosh. Alright.
And
Restanding 1 with
restanding
Smoker.
one with Bonnie, 1 with Smoker, and then we have leader effect to restand more if we want to.
Gonna go for a search. He has to do that before lead effect. Remember, he can't play characters if he uses leader effect here.
Right,
So
just grabbing a
sequencing does
2/10.
matter. Likely gonna go into the restand 3, rest the stage. Yep. Play the Electric Luna, leave 1 open for a defense spell possible. Here comes the banish attack.
I mean, stage will restand it on at the end of the turn.
Mm.
So we'll always have 1 for a.
That's such a good card.
Play. Probably gonna then push 6 with lead.
Yeah.
Being my guess, put a Dawn under lead, push 6 with lead, Luna, then. Or I guess just go into the 1 cost just to get it out of the board.
Interesting. Now, that 7k swing came in. Did he defend it? Did I miss it?
Yeah, I 2K.
Okay. 2k out of here. All right. Then we saw the Altar Electric Luna. It kind of tricked me for a minute there, but both those going to remain rested. All we got the 2 attacks for Crustin. 2 open here for Beef Patty. At 1 life, has plenty of cards in hand for defense play here. Also has a way to continually sequence these Electric Lunas back to back, so Crustin going to have to be careful.
Okay, swinging 9.
All right. And he's asking, do you want to swing at a character?
No, he's counting rested characters.
Oh, resting. Okay. To make sure he has a plus 4k.
Yep.
And here's a plus 4k.
So here's 4K and then
And a 1.
1K.
Perfectly counted out. Let's see. We got 4 Dawn open left here for Crustin. No, 9 into the attack here. Could do it again if he has it, but it looks like he has the 3K counter. A lot of bricks in hand. Looks like he's putting 2 to front, so you're trying to protect his last life.
You also have the block live.
Mm-hmm. I do want to take this time to remind people, like, you got to be careful with that last life. You don't want to, like, leave open things, especially with decks like Bonnie and these last little rushers like to take the last life. It can really shock you with some late game plays and trick you into thinking that you have...
is not going to be one of those decks.
That's fair, but in playing across the board, just keeping this thing in mind. I understand that it's important to play the leader you're playing against, but sometimes you don't have the opportunity to play a lot of these decks, so playing a similar type of pattern of play will better prepare you in the bigger plays.
Realistically, I would argue we might have been safe to go down to 0 there.
Okay.
Because I know exactly what this next turn is going to be.
All right.
It's going to be Lawn Beppo, rest the Lawn Rosie.
Okay.
Then we're going to tap stage to...
Restand 3 and Electric Luna.
3 and then Luna the rest of the board.
Oh my gosh, that's so gross.
So that Lawn Beppo should be rested.
Right.
For the
law Rosie, yeah. Wow, what a disgusting turn here. So that we'll see if he fixes this out here.
And it doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter.
Well, yeah, it has to be, because if Electric Luna gets played, that it
well,
would...
Luna doesn't matter. It's already frozen.
Yeah.
What matters is if it was the other way, it would technically still have the active on the following turn to be blocked.
Mm-hmm.
This way, it also basically negates the block for 2 turns.
We'll see if we see a 6K swing. What do you think? Nope, just a 5.
7.
A 7. Oh, because of Lawn Beppo, that's right. Yep, this one's going to be a trigger. Draw 2, discard.
No discard.
No discard?
It's just draw 2.
I love this card so much. Baby 5. I thought it was a discard. That's so good. Why can't I play Baby 5? Do I have to play, like, what do I have to do to get Baby 5? Do I have to play,
multicolored yellow deck?
Yeah, but who do I get to play? Is it just Bonnie?
And you could play any red-yellow deck with it if you wanted to. I mean, it's not great in every red-yellow deck, but it's an option.
What would be the greatest option?
Honestly, in any of the red-yellow decks, that Baby 5 is not a great card.
All of them are not? Or any of them are good?
No, I would say... I mean, it's a fine option, things like Bonnie, but you'd rather just be playing, like, your Egghead cards for that one.
Sure.
For Bello, you just want to be on Revolutionary Army, and for Sabo just wants to do its own thing, so... You just don't have a good option.
Oh. Bring me a red-yellow deck so I can play my Baby 5s. So those not paying attention to the Electric Luna was the last play for Beef Patty before he passed it over here. The field has been officially frozen. Crustin at 1 life here. Not a lot of triggers in his deck to really pay off and get back in here. He does have some heal capability. We'll see if he finds it.
I mean, even if we healed,
I feel like it's
a pretty substantial board.
Right.
I think we've been through every Luna now, though, because we saw that Beef Patty was only running 3. He discarded 1 and used 2.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of heal, here's that heal law. Kind of play off the top for the search here. Going to reduce that to make this a little bit cheaper of a play for a nice little rush.
6. We still have to dedicate a Dawn to it to go into anything unless we want to go into the Bonnie. Although, yeah, we should have 3 left, so...
And what do you think about him not going into the Shanks play for that turn? You like the play of him going into...
I think either play was fine. If Crustin left one of the blockers active, I would have said that the Shanks play was significantly better, but
sure.
In this position, I do understand the other play, the going for the law play.
All right, first attack 7 got a 1K counter. Second attack 7, Beef Patty on the take. I think he can see that this is going to be lights out here. 3K counter added to hand.
Play that.
Lonely, good to see you. Welcome back to the chat. Getting to the final stages here, and with the subscription. Thank you so much, Lonely. I appreciate that. If you guys have those basil bucks, that really does help us grow.
Yeah, so this is the turn we drop the Shanks, or I guess we could also just Bond Beppo if we wanted to.
That's fair.
Although I think Shanks is the better option here if we're trying to end the game this turn.
Yeah, leaves us more open Dawn for attaching and making sure we can get the attacks in.
We can rest the lawn, but yeah, we can.
We can restand 1 with the smoker. We can restand 3 with leader. Bonnie is just that one's on play right here.
Yeah.
So this one, yeah, Shank's going to come out here, rest the last blocker. I think we're out of Electric Lunas at this point, or does he have one more?
We are out of Lunas.
It's the Mole says, just rewatched my match. The Dawn forgot the 10, and then that Divine Departure. Oof. Yeah, at least the math in the Dawn was still correct. Just sequence wrong. Yeah. Really feeling bad about that one. Sorry, It's the Mole.
Okay, swinging 9 with Banish. Taken.
And that one, what was that? Was that a trigger too?
No, that was not a trigger, but it's a card. It's not in handle. That wouldn't have done anything because it's a 1-cost event.
All right. Another 7K coming in. Double card counter here. Here comes another 7K. Does Creston have it? Needs to have it. Here we go. 8K on the take. With what? One left. Yeah. Lawn Beppo going to close it out. Beef Patty saw the line, takes the line, and closes the line with his last Lawn Beppo swing here. 1 life left on the edge. Creston sadly just could not fight through those wall of freezes. In having access to 4, do you think that was the biggest implication? 4 electric lunas, not
That
much.
was 3.
Well, he
And
played
only
3,
2.
but he discarded 1.
So that was
Right?
only...
No, because he was playing 3, right? So he
Yeah.
he discarded 1, he played 2. So still, the maximum amount that he had in his deck, you saw all of them. Do you
Yeah.
think that was a big play in that thing?
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Luna is obviously a big decider. When it comes to... I would just play the standard build of Rosy Devs. I think that's going to be the best thing. I don't think you need to really prepare for any spice. That's what I did. Again, this is a build teched for an L. I would not play this build.
Okay. What if since this is already here, can we edit the deck in real time for devs to see what we should suggest?
So I can edit it pretty quickly.
Please, absolutely.
Take this out. Take this out. Take this out. Two of that's fine. Realistically, you could play 3 of this. Then I would play. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Just
Okay.
let me go.
You're good.
Purple. It's not a 1-cost event. It's a 2-cost event. It's where is it? 2 bullet string.
Do you play Judgment?
Judgment rotated.
Oh, that's right.
2 bullet string, and then
We need 3 cards left. 2 cards
pop
left.
on there,
1 card left.
and then realistically, you could probably end up playing like one more of this, and this is like
He's playing 2 gamma and 2 string and 1 slow. Do you recommend a slow?
slow is fine. 1 seems kind of redundant because you have no way of finding it, but I think this is whatever. Like, this is just a basic list that will do alright. It's not the list I played, but the list I played had like some options that I like
You
were just
checked for
standard.
the locals area.
No, just whatever I wanted to try out. So
Okay.
I don't think they did too. I don't think I played any of those cards, those games, even though I saw all of them. But I would just say this is like the list to make a building block off of.
Fair enough. Yeah, this looks like his standard build here, devs. I hope this helps you out here. Those that we're talking about, remind me what this tournament is about. Is they can't play the top 10, right?
So there are different ways of doing it, but the one that probably a lot of people are going to opt for is the limited deck battle, which is it's just the Pirate Party is supposed to be a more casual event, and it's just like there is a list of 10 leaders you can't play.
And notably, Emu and this deck are not on it.
Yeah, and I think those are the 2 strongest options.
Tablet Tony says, James, you didn't react to my Nami deck picture on the Discord. Is it safe for work, Tony? Is it safe for work? Is it safe for work, Tony? You better tell me if it's safe for work. Okay. All right. What do you guys think?
It's an Ami deck.
Looks pretty standard.
It's an Ami deck.
Yeah. I like the 2 of here. Some people have been playing 1 of. I like the 2 of. This thing is a surprise good card. And that's
you
the
only want to
Sanji.
play it when you're ending the game.
Yeah, but
So-
it'll win you so many. I've been
Yeah, but
biased.
you draw your entire deck. You
Yeah.
find it when you need it.
Curly in the chat says that's gross. That's gross.
It's an Ami deck. I'm not. I absolutely despise this deck and most of the people who play it. So
Tony, he doesn't despise you. He doesn't despise you. He loves you.
it's despised till proven otherwise. I don't know this
Yeah.
person, so
He's a good. You do know this person. You met him once. You just don't remember. Definitely not safe for work. Curly out there was like, this is not safe for work. All right. It's not bad. I like it. I think it's pretty good. Rage bait in the deck. No, there's no rage when there's Baby 5. Listen, anybody who knows anything about Baby 5, she is the most calm, collected, like focused character in the game. Hands down. Would you not agree?
I don't know, man.
Do you know? Can I explain the joke?
No, I understand the joke. I'm just...
All right, we got 2 packs to give away. We got to add some names to the list. Tony, congratulations. Made it in time to get yourself on the list. I have to send this with the next care package. Just send your way. Curly, we got you on here once at least. Nope, we got to get you on here twice. Kerr. Then Variable, I think we got on here. Anybody else? Devs 502, we got him? Yeah. Got you. It's someone we're in here. Lonely, don't Doombot. Surprised with only the 1 type this time. Usually joins me on YouTube as well. You can get 2 entries like here you have for Little Pound Cake. 2 entries. If you guys hit up on YouTube here to help me in the both algorithms, I really appreciate it. But our wheel is set. We have 2 packs to give away. 1 hit's been pulled from the box so far. What are we going to give away today? Hey, and speaking of the devil, Devs 502. Can we get some rigged in the chat? Congratulations, Devs. Let's go. Thank you. Let's get some rigged in the chat. Curly, congratulations. Sorry, Devs, congratulations. Thank you, Curly, for the for the rigged. How close was Curly? He was on the opposite side of the wheel. We got ourselves a first one insanely rigged. Absolutely, Tony. It couldn't be more rigged. Refusa! Good to see you.
Just 2 rares.
2 rares. Oh, Tony. Congratulations. You have 50 cents. Can I add it to your account? Hmm?
Devs.
Oh, it's Devs. Sorry. Tony was talking. Devs. We got ourselves. Pass it to the next winner. All right. We'll pass it on to the next winner. You sure you don't need this Usopp? I mean, it's a pretty good card. It's pretty good. It's pretty okay. I appreciate you saving me the shipping and handling, though. It's got Usopp. I'm sorry, Devs. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to pass this one on to the next winner here. We're going to find out who our last winner is. I'm Gucci. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Devs. Passing the good fortune on to the good players. I hope it pays off and pays forward for you in the future here. Get one of those big wins for us, Devs. One of those big hits. All right, last spin for the day. Last pack. Refusa, did you see the video where the guy who played Luffy pulled a manga Sanji on the red carpet? Oh, yes, I did. Uchiha, our winner. Congratulations, Uchiha, on the win. Refusa, yes, I did see that. There was a red carpet scene, and they pulled the manga on the red carpet. It was absolutely insane. There's been some ones that, like, he didn't even know he got it, though. It's like he did.
Oh, you forgot to add Refusa.
Oh, sorry. Refusa, got me on the last one. Yeah, now it is rigged. Refusa, you gotta get in there, man. You gotta get in there when I'm like, not like in end game mode here. I'm thinking I've already done all my double checks. We'll get you on there twice, Refusa. It was crazy that he didn't even keep the card. I know. He took like a Dawn card or something and he just gave it back and they're just like, what the heck? What the heck?
It was probably staged.
Could be.
That's staged.
If I was out there and I wanted to like really get people hyped into it, I'd stage that. I'd have the pack already in there and have it like the gold Luffy or something to have people freaking out. You know who wouldn't have staged that though? The Zoro actor. Because if he would have seen that, he would have. It was rigged. All right. I mean, well, there you go. We got the the Humbro pie rigged. All right, Uchiha. Let's see what you're walking away home with. Let's see. Octo Balloon. Spolt. Punny. That's a lot of words. That's a lot of words. I played this in Lucy though. Lelucia Kingdom. Amazon. Vegapunk. Laboon card we just saw.
Actually, we didn't see it in the game at all.
It was on the deck list. It was close. Perona. Psy. Just like Sci-Fi 79. Is this where you got his name from? Psy, are you in the chat? Can you tell me this is where you got your name from? Did you like this guy so much that you named yourself Sai? I need to know. The audience needs to know, Sai. Is this where you got? Do I need to like give this to him and like ask?
I don't know.
I'm gonna ask Lucia if I can give this to him. El Meppo is our first rare. Good card for Kobe decks if you're still daring and ready. And our final pull, Sai X Baby 5. Hey, oh, Sabo SR. All right, that's Sabo SR. Not bad. Sai X Baby 5. No. Baby 5, Jimmy D. It's Jimmy D, Baby 5, Perfusa. That's how it works, okay? Baby 5 and me.
Let him have his delusions. It's all he has.
That's all I have in life. Guys, I'm trying to get my life together. Remind me next time, Refuser, when we go live later this week, if you want to do it for a different game. But next Monday will be our next One Piece calendar. We're going to get that thing scheduled, get their calendar updated after this. Make sure you guys know, because we are doing different days now that we've rotated the calendar at Lifelink Games. So if you're surprised you're seeing me on a Wednesday, yeah, I'm sorry. I had to change it. I'll try to remember Monday. Please do, Refuser. Please do. Come in there, make sure I can get you on there twice. And I'll even add you 3 times if you're nice enough to join me on YouTube and comment over there as well. But that is going to do it for today. Those are our 2 winners. Who do we have on playing One Piece? I don't think he plays One Piece. This is definitely from last 2 days ago. I remember that O face from that poor guy. Ooh, here we go. Ice Loomer. He's got a thick accent. He's a pretty good player though. Feet got your attention. Come hang out. I don't know if I want to trust that. Do you want to trust that?
I don't want to trust that.
Yeah. Why here?
I don't know.
One Piece Adventure.
Box opening.
Do you want to do a box opening?
I don't know.
Let's get some love to some lower creators out here, like we are. Let's get some love out there. Guys, we got a nice little box opening, it looks like, out here. So we're going to raid them. Just say hello and be kind and let them know that they're welcome into this amazing community. We're going to close out to them, do a nice little raid, call tonight, say thank you to all of you. Stay tuned. We got more content coming your way for this amazing, amazing channel of Humber Pie. Also, we have some amazing stuff coming for Gundam this weekend, so stay tuned. Big tournaments for Gundam. Big events. Can't wait to show it to you. We're going to have a good time. But until next time, stay humbro. YouTube, I gotta do the thing. I gotta see myself do it on Twitch. It's weird. I gotta see myself do the thing. I did the thing. Bye.